Hello everybody, welcome back live to the Game of Muscle YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to tickle the subscribe button, and don't forget to drive into the Armco because that's what we do every other day. Why not? It's a good thing to do. We've got Assetto Corsa on the screen. We're going to be starting with Sim Race's system, and then we've got random call signs, Mazda Racer, then we're probably just going to be racing with the El Submarinos for a bit of sub-bashing bollards. Let's go. It's commentary guy. Hello there. We're good. We're set. We managed to do it on time as well. It was a bit tight. Quality's just about to begin here. I've got some pasta. I'm not allowed to eat. No time for eating. Ah, sorry, Beast. Hang on, what's the date today? Oh, we're okay. We're safe. I need a bit of sustenance here before we do a lap. No practice. We practiced an Nordschleife. Does that count? 59 flat. Wow. Oh no, Thomas Smith's in the server. Right. That's some food. Oh, right, with the MX-5. Okay, well, we'll practice that after this. I don't know this track. So this could be... Oh, I do know this track. I'm not very good at it. This is identical to that VW. Oh my god. I think we need a bit more understeer, guys. Bloody hell. Could design this with more understeer. Ah, it's a plough. With the tyres are warm, we should be good. Fingers crossed. Actually, volume levels are a bit low. Let's just fix that quickly. Fix the volume levels. I bet Jesus never had to fix the volume levels. Let this guy go past. Oh my god. Oh no, come on. How come this is so understeering? Need to use your setup. I do one lap with this set, and then I'll try the other setup. Is his sound broken? Oh my god. Right, okay. Let's just change setup now. High speed understeer. It's like we don't have wheels on the car. I've got your setup from before. Haven't I? No. Okay. Well, I can't get this set up, can I? Just tell me some quick stuff to change on it. Maybe there's a Dale Winton supermarket setup because I can't change it on the fly. No setups in the marketplace. Just click the link. Okay, hang on. This better not be to like an adult website. Will it? We'll have to reload the server though. Yeah, I know Content Manager does it for me, but do I have to... Ah, no, it did. He loaded it straight in. That's amazing. There we go. Thanks for that. Ah, is that how it works? Do you know what they should call that program? If it manages content, they should maybe think about calling it manager content. Is this a hack setup? Will this setup find me content arranger? Will this setup find me flirty matures? Because that's what I'm interested in. Flirty matures that want to go to the National Trust. Oh. Oh, hello. Daniel Marksos has subscribed. Welcome. Oh, sorry. Man, this car, I don't really like how this car drives in AC. It's like, what we need is a sort of in-between of the AC and the Project Cars 2 version of this car. Would be fun. Anglesey is where they film Fifth Gear. This isn't Anglesey. Aku Gaming has subscribed. Welcome. Where are all these subs coming from? Oh God! It locks up awfully easy. I should probably turn the brake pressure down. But it doesn't actually slow down for that. Sorry, Travis Wilbur. Subs are coming from users. Ah, that's nice. It's nice for people to subscribe, isn't it? We're not doing too well for subs at the moment. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the channel. I'm just going to retire because it's not working out. I don't know what's happened to our view numbers. It's totally erratic. It's weird. It's more YouTube, to be honest. We like the videos which get views don't make any sense versus the videos that do get views. So it's just where YouTube is. It's bloody annoying. I'm an erratic and weird viewer. Ah, damn it. I need to... What do I need to make videos of? Oh my God. Maybe driving to a basic level would probably help. I need to do more... more console games as they come out. But actually saying that, I know people that do that and do good quality videos and they don't get views as well. This is a thing. It is proper erratic. It also seems to be really tied to like time zones and countries as well. Well, no, the expensive sim racing equipment videos get quite a lot of views. That's what doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I always just make videos I want to. It's just... Like, you know, obviously... I expect if you do if you do a video on CSGO, when you edit it nicely, you obviously it will get more views. Same as if you do a nicely edited video on GT Sport or Dirt Rally or F1 2019. That's fine. The thing that's weird is when it's utterly inconsistent within stuff that you normally do, even based within its own logic of what it does. It's just a bit. Yeah, it's just YouTube. Yeah, I'd rather not be a Minecraft YouTuber. Oh no, that's Sonic film. I have a good idea of what will get views for videos with sim racing stuff, so I'll be doing that soon. I've got some ideas. But you know what, the clickbaiting stuff in general, I just find it a bit annoying on YouTube. It's just a bit stupid, you know. It's not even particularly funny. It's just like I'm enjoying Instagram though. I enjoy doing the live streams, and I enjoy Instagram. I enjoy making the videos. I find it annoying that it's inconsistent. Like, it's like a bad tire model. Best starter wheel, G29 is the best cheap wheel that comes with 3 pedals. So just get a G29. Jimmy! Oh no, Jimmy's EP. Oh, bloody Jimmy! Oh, you can't downshift that quick. What? How big is your EP? How much, Jimmy? Where's your EP at? Jimmy's probably smashed my EP. He's smashed it with a sledgehammer. Oh, Jesus Christ. My graphics aren't even working. I can't even send Jimmy to the volcano because my graphics are broken. Oh, well. Nice one, Jimmy. Bloody Jimmy. Oh, that's not a nice thing to say to Tom Tom. It reminds me of the sets from the olden days. Jimmy, you're like 12 years old. We'll leave you up at the start. Here we go. Hi guys, Jimmy here. This video is sponsored by the following sponsors. Ah, bloody Jimmy. He has the long hair. He has the verified YouTube account. He has the... what else does he have? He has the fast lap times. Oh. God. You know. It's people like Jimmy that they make me want to go to Dover. Bloody Jimmy. 100% force feedback, Jimmy. Whoa, no, I'm sorry, Shremek. I knocked him back round to fix it. Oh, God, get a direct drive wheel. We would have caught it. Does Tom Tom have long hair? Oh, God. The brakes on this lock up so easy on the rear. Bloody car. Guilty, I know. I'm just going to have to start taking my clothes off. I've got to get ripped and take my clothes off. This is the only way to win at YouTube now. That's it. I've tried everything else, guys. We're running out of options. I can't grow my hair. I can't... I can use the wrong gears repeatedly. That's something I can do. I've even got a PlayStation 4. What more is needed? Oh, there are the new VR headsets, actually. That's it. VR. VR, guys. We're going back to our VR roots. Is where we started. We haven't done enough VR content on the channel. That's it. Back to VR. That's the one thing that Jimmy can't use because it's too warm with his hair. Although he does VR. Bloody Jimmy. Who's a better shot in VR? Jimmy, have you got Pavlov or he probably doesn't even do any room scale. I don't think Jimmy's got any legs. I don't think he can stand up. He's just an upper torso. Jimmy's just a torso in a sim rig, so he can't play room scale games. He's like Cousin It. He just floats around with his hair. I have no room. I thought you got a house. Okay. I thought you migrated from the shed. Okay, third gear is good. We just need to not use second like a noob. I know. I don't. I mean, I can't complain. I'm making enough money to live on, so I'm more than happy. On a basic level, I am actually quite happy. I just find some of the aspects of the YouTube stuff is a little bit annoying. As I say, it's the inconsistency. I don't mind. This is what's annoying is I will put out a video that's a totally low effort video and it gets more views than a video that you spend a good amount of time on. And so, like, you know, at the end of the day, you just have to do what you do. You do it for fun or whatever. But there is that, like, nagging part of the back of you're like, oh, well, you kind of do think, you're like, well, why invest the time in that when it's not going to get the viewership, you know? So, because it's not making I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a gaming YouTube video. If I was doing something purely 100% for sort of artistic fulfillment, I'd just be making music, or I'd be out on my bike taking photographs. So anything that's YouTube, I still have to think of it somewhat in a YouTubey way, if that makes sense. I mean, that's part of the YouTube game. It's like driving sims. You might be driving for fun and enjoying the force feedback, but you're still kind of trying to win the race, you know, or not win the race, but you know, you're trying to get a good result for what you know you can get. I just think that, yeah, the YouTube time model's knackered. We need to reset the YouTube time model. They're on the iRacing time model. They need to go to, like, I don't know, maybe R Factor 2 or something. I'd be happy with that. I mean, Instagram, though, this is the thing. Instagram is actually that you kind of get, like, a relative engagement for the effort that you put in, which is weird. And that's, like, no effort. Just take pictures of things and you gain viewers. It's quite nice. Twitch seems complicated. Our Twitch user interface is atrocious. No, Rob. I don't think any reviewers have got a DD yet. People who've got DDs are people that have bought them. Oh, come on. Hard work doesn't pay off. Well, yeah, that's the... YouTube's weird. YouTube's a weird one. I haven't fully worked it out. Well, actually, no. The thing is, there's aspects of YouTube that I know do work out, but it involves being a total pleb with, like, what you do, like the general approach, and it's just not what I want to do, so... That's frustrating. Yes, I'm pretty sure Sean did buy his. We need a big warning sign. So many people with Euro Truck Simulator streams. Yeah, that seems really popular. It's weird. I think Euro Truck's quite good, but it's not really my sort of thing. Hello, Gromsy. I do like the DTM cars. Yeah, they're quite nice. Yeah, well, that's the thing with the YouTube streaming. I mean, the thing is, what's good with YouTube for me with the sim racing is that obviously I've got loads of sim racing videos. When I live stream, people see the videos. It has that live stream notification, whereas they don't get that on Twitch. But then I feel for like, unless you play iRacing, YouTube is better as a streamer if you're covering something that's new as well. I mean, the streaming is really hard. Like, for someone that was trying to break into it now, I think streaming is probably impossible. I think the only way to break into YouTube and streaming now would literally be to do reviews and to like stand out with quality. So basically do something like what Chris Hayes done, where he puts out high quality content, or nicely edited, you know, nicely presented, and review stuff. So people are searching for something, they find it. I think there's always space for that. But I mean, in terms of payback from that, you know, I don't know, this is sort of a long-term game on that. Yeah, I'm buying the Valve Index and the Oculus Quest. I'm not getting sent one to review. I'm just going to get it with my own money. As a VR fanboy. Hello, Ian Moore. I know what you're saying, Punty McPumpface, but yeah, there's different levels of entertainment though. So one thing that always does well on YouTube that people generally like, it's just people like it, is essentially like well presented factual content. So that's basically what a review is. So a well produced review video is something that's edited well and also covers the facts well. So it's just factual content. Everyone always wants to know more about anything. It's kind of just like an addictive. It's like human nature. You like, people are just interested in things. So that kind of content will generally get people will generally watch it and will generally enjoy it, as long as it's produced to a basic level. And then if you're doing that kind of content on something that's a consumer product where people are Googling it, they're likely to find your video if you cover something as it's just come out, if you were new. So with the streaming, basically, the only way I could see someone starting a streaming channel is you have to get in with a new game title as it's come out and become the de facto streamer for that game title. That's the only way you can really, that I know of, that you could get established. Well, yeah, there you go. What? I don't know what track this is. I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's the impression people are getting, is that the Valve Index will probably be like a £600-700 headset. But probably be worth it, to be honest. Valve normally sell stuff for a good price. But yeah, I mean, when I say with the sort of frustration for YouTube, it's not. It's not one of the things that really annoys me. It's frustrating to me, but it's more like I know other people that put even more effort into things than I do, and it's just unfair, really. I don't think anyone's fully worked out why YouTube just goes bananas on certain things and not on others. It just doesn't make sense. Like, taking some of my content as an example, why does... I've got an AC video called Driving with Traffic. Why does that have like 200,000 views? And then I have other videos that are like proper, you know, put loads of effort into it and you get like 1,000 views. It's like, what? Bloody YouTube. I know a bunch of VR channels that do really good, well-researched, well-edited videos, and they can't even get like 1,000 views on their content. Most of your popular videos are lapping the Isle of Man. It's because you're the only person playing it, Jimmy. All the TT bikers are like, oh, somebody likes us. Somebody's playing a bike game. Oh, somebody loves us. There's a game with bikes in it. Oh. Or maybe it's old Isle of Man TT riders, and they're like, oh, I just killed the guy behind me backwards winkle. They're like, oh, this looks very realistic. Oh, this is a real video. I've not seen this lap before. That eyesight doesn't work well enough. Again, Jimmy's not allowed to ride real motorbikes because his hair gets caught in the wheels. It's really dangerous. You should check out Marcel, you know, Mr. Green Screen. Check out his motorbike video. That's awesome. Little shopping video. There is a Tour de France game. Ah, I was reading the chat. God damn it. Chat racing line. Oh my god. A little bit sloppy on the grass. Not bad line that. I think what's really frustrating with YouTube as well, though, is the amount of people that message me in chat saying, "Oh, I didn't get a notification," and they're people that like watch the channel all the time. So it's like, come on, YouTube. There's people that are actual fans of the channel and want to watch and do watch, and they're not getting notified. So what's that about? Do you eat a server? Has Article 13 taken any victims? I think anyone that's dependent on YouTube ad revenue is going to be in trouble. I think that's going to be an issue for a lot of people. There's some big channels that literally just like, they're just YouTube channels, and they don't have like Patreon or anything. They that are advertising dependent. They're probably going to be totally screwed. Like what happened to the like what happened to the animation channels is another thing that YouTube did, where they changed the algorithm and they're like, okay, we'll favour it towards this content, and then they just kill off a huge portion of the site that was producing awesome, high effort, high quality content. Oh dear. This has just turned into the YouTube win stream. I can't complain. I'm you know, I'm making enough money to live on. I'm you know, I can't really complain from my own perspective. But I will do. Bloody YouTube. I'm not going to stop whinging here. Another good example. Look how much time and effort Random Call Signs put into like doing regular live streams, review videos, and putting stuff together. And like, relatively speaking, he just doesn't get that many views. And it's like, well, his content is demonstrably better than your average shitty console game channel. I mean, you know, it's just numbers, isn't it? It's just there's a lot of people playing console games. I just think it'd be so nice if you had like, if someone like Random Call Sign and a couple of other people I know that do channels, if they could make a basic income. Yeah, I know it's niche, but oh dear, there's only 3 of us sim racers. One day, Jimmy. One day, sim racing will be big. They need to fix the V-Sync on GT Sport, and then that can be a staple. Yeah, it's definitely growing as an activity. I think sim racing is a perfect like hobby activity for a wide age range. A lot of people into sim racing at the moment are kind of more motorsportery type people, but I think it's growing. Yeah, GT Sport's done well in terms of growth and viewership. Surprisingly, because the launch of it was pretty damn atrocious, but it's managed to... They've managed it well over time, I think. But yeah, why V-Sync? What is that about? The F1 console games are doing well and have done well as well, despite being a bit weird. Oh, Aaron, how have you broken them? The interface and the overall packaging of GT Sport is really good. Yeah, well, to be honest, Jimmy, I think that's probably one of the. I would say that the V-Sync, having V-Sync on a competitive esports title, which you can't turn off, would be a bad thing. But the FIA commentary, to be honest, is the one aspect of that game that makes me want to microwave my head. So, I'd say that's probably one of the worst parts of it. I don't know why these companies employ idiot southerners with stupid southern accents. I guess maybe it's because they're Japanese, they don't notice. They probably just think, oh, Englishman. They don't think southern knobhead. They don't know any better. They're like, oh, it's all England. It's like when English people think of America. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. It's when English people think of America, they don't realise that Texas and New York are like, you know, it's like different countries. There were coal mines in the south of England, Jimmy. Oh no! Oh, I survived and I didn't kill anyone. Watch your move. Life's easy for southerners. It's warmer. They've got more hair. There's better looking women because there's seaside and people can keep fit. They go out walking more because it's warmer, so people are less overweight. It's just, you can go surfing. Southerners have it so easy. It's ridiculous. And then you go up north and everyone's like, oh, it's too cold. They can't afford the central heating. They've been economically ruined by the Tories over the decades. Southerners, guys, just you've got to hate them. You've got to hate Southerners. I certainly do. If we had to selectively nuke parts of the United Kingdom, the South would be pretty soon. I mean, yeah, technically I'm living in the South at the moment, but I'm not from here. I'm just scouting out the areas to target. I just lost 2 places on the last corner. Oh well. I'm a Midlandser boy myself, so I'm not Northern or Southern. I'm the perfect balance. I'm the ultra Brit. I'm the perfect combination. I'm generic. Did I actually come last? No, I didn't come last. Where am I? Oh, it's broke. I probably did come last. Right. Midlands isn't south. Well, it's south of the north. We got around a call signs race here. We need to get some practice for this. Register up, guys. Time to bash the random. I'm going to go for the green car. I've just got some pasta. Select. Why is this not working? Come on. I need to buy a new wireless mouse. This is knackered. Anything north of Bristol is northern. Why is this not working? Oh, no, there we go. Ah, nice one, CB. When's it? Do you know what time it's being posted? Jimmy doesn't eat because he's not human. When you get older, you have to eat more food, otherwise you pass out. You have to remember, guys, Jimmy is like 14. He's so young. He's young and fresh. He's like... If you've ever been around Jimmy in real life, you'll notice he smells of new car smell. Like that kind of plastic. Oh, that's one thing I noticed. ACC videos get a lot of views for no reason at all. So ACC's trending at the moment. It's the trendy game on YouTube. Oh! When it comes to car smells, the... Jelly Bean do car fresheners. Is it Jelly Baby? Jelly Bean? Is it Jelly Baby? Jelly Belly? Is it Jelly Belly? I don't know. That brand of Jelly Bean. They do car fresheners. Get the blue one. They sell them at Wilko's for like £1.50. You get them in other places, but rip-off price. The blue one smells of 90s to early 2000s brand new computer game box. And it's amazing. I need to buy one. Got one for a friend, and I was just smelling it. I was like, I've got you something for your car. And they were like, why are you sniffing it? I'm like, it smells like a video game. Jelly Belly, it's the blue one specifically. They do different colours, which are different smells. Seriously, you'll instantly recognise it. Last time I smelt that smell was... what did I buy? It's specifically the boxed games, not the DVD games. Because there was a crossover point where PC games came in like the DVD cases that were like the PlayStation 2 cases. I think PS2 started that. N64 games never had that smell to them. They had a weird smell to them. But boxed cellophane wrap PC titles. And the last one I remember really noticing the smell was that id Software id anthology box set. If there's a practice server, we can practice. Yeah, I'm just talking about boxes and smells. Elevator smell. All the elevators near me smell of piss. I don't know what elevators you've been in. Mine don't smell good. Unless you live in an upmarket area. What do you mean, court martial? You don't remember what 90s computer game boxes smelled like when you opened them? Mr. XP, yeah, we might do. And we have done in the past. Fancy hotel elevators, but probably smells like Febreze. Is anyone around to make a server? It's BKS there. Can I whore a server off someone here? Just got to close all this rubbish here. Got a load of messages coming through. Thomas Schmidt! I used where sites. Oh, I've got to activate something on YouTube. Oh, bloody hell. What is it with YouTube just made? God damn it. Okay. Get rid of all this stuff. Right. Hello, Forza. Looking for the IDR setup you used. Someone post it in Discord so we can grab it. Someone link to our Discord as well. Someone making a server do this. Oh, nice. Thank you. Get in the server, guys. Password is T. What you on about? Antonian? Oh, they picked the wrong layout. Okay, redo the server. Hey, Dennis Johnson. Well, I did, unless it's since I've been unless since I've been streaming, there's been new news. I haven't noticed anything. Has anything else happened since I've been streaming? Got to get on another server. We need the right layout. Valve Index hands-on first impressions. When did this happen? Now available for pre-order. Hang on, what's going on here? When did this happen? Just now? Oh, coming soon. Oh, it's $1,000 for Lighthouse and the hand controllers. $689. So yeah, I guess it is expensive. I've got that on the screen. Yeah, it's quite pricey. I mean, I guess the headset's. But you'd need to get the controllers as well, unless you've already got Lighthouse from the Vive. Now, that does kind of price a lot of people out. It depends how good it is, though. No, it's on their website now, £919. So, yeah, I mean, that is pricey. Subs up again, nice one, thanks. I could put this on the screen, actually. Here we go. So, pretty expensive. But I'm still going to get one. We need to get it to review it. So, it's going to be interesting. There's some reviews that have just come out. I have to check them out after we finish streaming. They must have just had the embargo on this evening then. How long we got till the server? Till the 15 minutes. Here we go. Well, you've got the nice thing is with the way Steam works is you still be able to play VR games using the Vive and using the Oculus Rift. Well, no, you've got like the Oculus headsets for cheaper VR. To be honest, I mean the Rift's like £350 or something, and then you got the PlayStation VR headset. Ask them to sponsor you. Valve don't really sponsor people like that. Here we go. I mean, the thing with the Valve VR headset is Valve typically aggressively sell stuff as well. So even... I mean, the Valve VR headset is probably not going to be ideal for sim racing. It's probably going to be more for like people that want to do VR. Like in the same way that the Vive is better for VR than it is sim racing. But... yeah, so anyway, Valve typically, like with the Steam controller, when that first came out it was like £50-60, and then they did, within a year they had sales on it for a lot less. Same with the Steam Link. Yeah, possibly. Can you buy the Reverb in the UK yet? I don't think you can. Because the Reverb doesn't have very good tracking, but it might be good enough for sim racing and flight sims. Oh man, I mean the thing is, I'm gonna have to buy like a bunch of these headsets to try them out. Well, Facebook are essentially selling the Rift at a loss, or they were selling it at cost at launch. The only real problem with the Windows mixed reality headsets was just that the space warp isn't as good as the Rift. Like the Rift seemed to handle games better for just getting higher frame rates. I mean the thing is with the Index, if it's got like absolutely killer field of view and it looks killer, and it's got some other features with it, then it'll probably be worth it. If it doesn't, and it's only marginally better, then disaster. Interpolation on the Vive. Well, Steam VR uses like reprojection. It's not as good as the Oculus Space Warp. Valve were supposed to be working on it and doing something else with it, but they never did. They just have their reprojection system. It works okay, but it just doesn't work as well as the Rift does. So this thing is, when it comes to general VR, I think the Oculus Quest is the most exciting headset. Because you get most of the impact of VR from like a basic VR headset, and then it's mostly just down to the software being really good. So as long as you've got, if the 6 depth of field tracking works really well on the Oculus Quest, and it's powerful enough at a basic level so that the games run at the frame rates and they run smooth and the games can have basic fidelity, even if it's cartoony style graphics, then that's more than fine for actual just VR gameplay. Because VR, the most compelling aspect of VR gameplay is to do with interaction, physics, and not necessarily complicated physics, but just like things being manipulable, not graphics. I mean, graphics have a big impact, but photoreal graphics aren't. They're not like the killer component of VR. VR girlfriend. Well, there you go. Oculus Quest would be good for adult content, I'd have thought. For your VR waifu. I've never got into adult VR stuff. It didn't really appeal to me. I had a look at some stuff when it first came out on the DK1 and DK2. I looked at some stuff on the CV1, but it's just not there. Like the videos are a bit weird, just because of the way they film them, and stuff needs to be like photo scanned. Otherwise, I don't think it really works. It really doesn't work for me. It's just a bit weird, and I never really got into the anime stuff. Didn't really do it for me. But if you're into that, then VR, you're good. Imagine being like 14. If I had this at 14, it'd be perfect. I'm jaded now. I've got expectations. It's not good enough, but if you're like 14, 15, oh man. You have no experience of the real thing, so you'd be like, oh, this is amazing. How are we doing for time here? Oh, 10 minutes. Ian Moore's 15. 15? Man, when I was 15, what was that? Half-Life. Oh, dear. I was playing GoldenEye when I was like 15 or something. GoldenEye, I think. Around about 15. I'm 12. Matt Oldman. I'm 3. We're talking about simulators. It's all good. You have to attach a controller to your groin. That's what the extra controller's for. Oh dear. That's what the camera's on the. That's why augmented reality is going to be the big seller. Oh, FIFA 96 was amazing. FIFA 96 had a bit of the pitch where you could take, if you did a shot from the middle of the pitch and you got it just right, it would always bounce over the keeper and score a goal. And when you learnt it and you were playing with friends, they'd be like, ah, you're cheating. You'd have to draw their keeper out as well. Ah, it's every time. FIFA 96 was awesome. That was really good. That was when FIFA was actually changing. And the graphics were getting better and the gameplay was improving, rather than it just being the same game every year. I never got into Duke Nukem. I didn't really find it funny. I didn't really have a PC that could run it, so I got into Doom and Wolfenstein, but Duke Nukem had some good, for the time, like, interactive environments and stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I never really played it. I don't know why I missed it at the time. It's like how I was never really into Quake. I got into the Unreal Tournament side of things. And Microsoft Combat Flight Sim. Guess that was later. Descent. Oh yeah, there was Descent and there was Far. Was it called Far? Free. No, what was it called? What was the Acclaim game? What was the Acclaim game that came out? Forsaken. And there was, what was that? What was the Acclaim game with the hoverboards? What was that called? Forsaken was just a rip-off of Descent. Acclaim, originality at its best. Oh, here we go. Time to race, boys. There was a game with hoverboards by Acclaim. I can't remember what it was called. Here we go, random call signs race. I never liked Turok. It looked awful on the N64. The only real shooter I liked on N64 was GoldenEye in Perfect Dark. State 76 using the helicopter cheat in multiplayer. Alright, you Jim Boy, thanks for popping in, man. Trick Style was good, yes, but that wasn't the one I'm talking about. That's just a snowboard game. Someone Google Acclaim hoverboard game. Yeah, I mean, I had that Interstate 76, Mech Warrior, and Heads box set. What this weird combination of games. That was awesome. I didn't really get into Diablo. It was too clunky for me at the time. No, not Airblade. No, I don't know these games. Right, I'm going to Google it myself. Acclaim Entertainment. Hoverboard game. Where is it? Oh, it was Trick Style. Someone typed that. It was Trick Style. I thought it was called something else. Oh, man. I had that run in 3DFX Glide. I played that. I think it was just the demo I had. I played it to death. It was really good. I've got to see these Valve Index first impressions. Guys, tested. Tested have, let me post it in chat. Tested have a video of the Valve Index. Check that out. Valve Index. This is getting confusing here. What do they say? What are they saying? VR! VR! It's coming! Guys, VR's more VR! Guys, 5 years of VR since the DK2. What does it say? It looks relatively similar to the... more field of view! Oh, it's got like a screen on the front. What?
The CAD for that will also be released, so people can. This is a company that knows the modding, right? And so maybe they're trying to open this up to that same community and innovation.
I don't know. There's not much in that video. It's more like just a little preview thing. We've got to get one. I've got to get one. God damn it. I'm going to have to get a PC in another room in the house. I can't play VR in here. The ceiling's too low. Yeah, Half-Life 2 was really nice with DK2. You notice the the characters looking at you was really nice in that. Like, I'm surprised that they never released a proper Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 VR. Apparently Valve are going to release a Half-Life VR game, but I just really like to replay through Half-Life 1 or like Black Mesa with full VR. I think it would work alright. Because the Doom remade VR stuff works nicely. What's that, Eugene Boy? Oh, is he... did they say it's 120 hertz? Because I noticed with 11 table tennis with the Rift, 90 hertz isn't fast enough. I only rented Second Offence. I don't know what that is. Here we go, off to quali, guys. Well, I got a setup for this. I mean, some Mazda probably doesn't really have a setup, but proper Portal VR. Yeah, you could do a good Portal puzzle game. Like, I think you'd have to approach it differently to a like how the normal Portal works, but I think you could do some good stuff with it. Tyler Lee Legler, thanks for subscribing. Welcome along. Welcome to the Gamer Muscle Corner Shop. I need a little corner shop icon. We could be like the smallest YouTube channel on the internet. We'll like Gamer Muscle's Corner Shop. How many of you in chat would like me to live stream VR games? Or would you not? I know in the past people got annoyed when I was live streaming driving sims in VR, so I just gave up on it. It was also tricky to read the chat room, and it's... I don't think I'd manage a 6-hour live stream in VR. I can manage like 3 hours, but that's about it really for live streaming. If I wasn't talking... I think with the index, there might be new ways of doing the chat room in game. We found out ways to do it before, but it was a bit of a hack. Yeah, I know, I Nori. I was one of the first people doing live streams in VR. We'd like had everything going. I think I got one of the first sim racing VR videos up as well. Oh no, Dave Co, that's it. You now have to hold that against your sister for the rest of her life. My channel's just gone downhill. nothing's been better than our Killed You With a Wheel video. That was when we peaked 4 or 5 years ago. That's it. It's all gone downhill since then. It's devolved. All I've gained from YouTube are regrets. I still play a lot of emulated PS1. I don't think PS1 games have aged very well. You know, I think PS2 is kind of like the golden gaming era for game mechanics, because you got enough graphical power that the games aren't totally hampered. That, you know, one of the things that happened with the PlayStation 1 is you just get horrendous pop-up, and as much as the developers tried to work with what they could do, the systems just weren't good enough for proper 3D. Whereas the PS2, they were still... It wasn't so powerful that they got lost in graphics, but it was good enough that, you know, GTA San Andreas looks amazing. And then you got like the Tony Hawk's games. I guess they're on the PlayStation 1. Tony Hawk's games weren't too bad actually. Just the scale of the environments. It still had quite a bit of pop-up, but they're actually pretty good mechanics. And Wipeout, to be fair, was pretty good on the PlayStation 1. But PlayStation 2 basically polished a lot of those games. Yeah, well, like Burnout and everything. There's Mashed. There's a lot of really good PS2 games. The Crash Bandicoot racing titles. It's weird how, you know, like Neo Geo games, how they are so good. Like, they haven't aged particularly badly. Like, if you play, like, Metal Slug, it looks really good now, still. I mean, it's just, like, amazing 2D art and animation. But even the game mechanics is a little bit unforgiving needlessly, due to it being an arcade cabinet game. But even now, you play them, it doesn't feel old. Yeah, I know, Izzy. That's why I said that. It's almost as if you wrote a comment before I said it, before you got it. That lag conversation. It's like talking over the Atlantic satellite connection. But yeah, Metal Slug and pretty much most of the Neo Geo games are just, they made them so well. What's that bubble pop game called? Where you've got like the two... Is it it's not Bibble... Is it Bubble Bubble rather than Bubble Bubble? Not the one with the dragons, but you know, where you're at the bottom of the screen and you've got to fire up those... Was it Pang? Is it called Pang? Super Pang? I don't know. It is Pang, there you go. That's awesome as well. And it looks great. It's Pang. It was there in the recesses of the brain. It was there, back in the backlogs. Why am I last? Can I get some skill, please? I like Rainbow Island on the Atari ST. I think PS3's when consolitis started affecting. Yeah, towards the end of the PS2 era and the beginning of the PS3 era was when they really started to like impact on the PC games. And you notice the crossover point. You notice the crossover point in games like Call of Duty, when you have the original COD games, like the PC ones, and then when basically by the time Modern Warfare 1, I guess that's more Xbox 360 time, end of PlayStation 2, beginning of Xbox 360 and PS3, that's when it went consolitis started destroying PC games. I'm focusing. Maximum focus. Focus. I like this mini Red Bull ring. We should drive it more often. We used to drive this quite a lot in Project Cars 2, in the wet. Mega Man's good, yeah, good solid mechanics. I never got into it, but I can appreciate it. Ah, man. Let's try and get a better lap here. Why did that happen, Puntimate Pump Face? Were you playing it on like a dodgy TV? What a cut! Can't believe that's legal. Yeah, I avoided the SLI. I did have a 6.8, two 6800s for a while, but I just used them to power triple screen. Alright, here we go. Lap time improved. We're going to get one last. Normally CRTs are pretty good for avoiding headaches. Oh, bugger. Okay. Oh, man, I'm so slow. I'm too old for sim racing, guys. Too old. Look at that. I'm right at the back. Maybe I had a bit too much fuel in the car. Probably didn't help. Oh, well. Test Drive Unlimited 3, the roads were a bit boringly designed. Like, I think they were a bit bland. To be honest, Forza Horizon 4 is really nice. It's flight sims, then train sim Assetto Drifter. Okay. Get ready. Yeah, Paperboy was alright, but... Wasn't Paperboy originally an arcade game as well? Right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're starting in 21st. We've got to work our way up a bit. Just a little bit. It's fine, though. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Hello, Hank Mizzle. Welcome to Gamer Muscle's Corner Shop, where people turn up to get milk, and that's about it. We got this. Fasten your nipples. We're about to go Red Bull short ring. Did any of you guys play that McDonald's game on the Game Gear and on the Sega Mega Drive Master System, where you had to pick up rubbish? Oh, a cool spot. Classics. Here we go. First corner bonanza. Can we find a sneak way through? No. People are driving pretty safe. Pretty clean, unfortunately for me. Let's try and stick it up the inside here. Whoa, bit of a twitch there. Nice driving by everyone here. Oh, get ready for carnage. There it is. Oh, what's it? What? No! Oh, God. Survived. Woo! It's pure skill, guys. No chance needed. Ah, dear. I felt like Moses then. Get to the inside. Oh my god. What a race so far. Survived one lap. I'm happy. It's Mazda madness. So back off a touch there. There we go. Back at him. Defend the inside line here. I don't scream. I don't know what you're talking about. Where's RC? Did you get? Oh, you got took out. That's annoying. Oh, no, poor random. And he needs a cup of tea. I think third gear through there would be better. Nvidia's they're bloating stuff with that Nvidia, you know, that Nvidia Game Center stuff and everything else. I don't know why they do that. I mean, I guess you can just download the raw drivers normally, but I get the feeling that Nvidia are trying to like turn their thing into a weird social thing. We'll tweak all your games. Like, no, just have the graphics card work, thank you. Oh no! Buy random course on a new windscreen. I need to go on a date with random call sign. We have to sort it out. It'll be the hottest date that we've ever had. It'll be arousing. Sorry, Mr. Yellow Car, I'm a bit slow. It's Michael Yannick from the another subscriber. You've said that. What have I said 1,000 times? What do I keep saying? I say everything 1,000 times. I can't help it. I've got no memory. Oh, I'll go on a date with random call sign. I know. we'll sort it out. I'm just really bad at real life meeting people. Sorry, Michael. I was giving him a bump draft mid-corner bump draft. I couldn't see his car, guys. Pegasus 77. I couldn't see his car. It's practically invisible with his really discreet livery. Practically invisible. You know, it really is his fault. I mean, does he expect people to be able to see him? Ridiculous. You can't drive a car that's basically full camouflage. I'm awkward in IRL. I'm not awkward. I just don't go outside. Oh, Flip Clegg is taking an interesting line there. Don't know if he's got a penalty for that. Don't worry about being awkward though, Punty. Just go outside more. The more people you talk to, the less awkward you'll be. And also, don't worry about being awkward. It doesn't even matter. Wow, who's that? Someone's gone full off-road down there. I've been outside. It's good going out and biking. I had an awesome bike ride at the weekend. I almost fell off my bike a few times, but it was really good fun. I found some really nice slopes near me with, like, just coincidentally, they're awesome little tracks for downhill. Like, only like half a mile long, but the only downside is they're a bit far away from anything, so if I fell off and broke my leg, if I'm on my own, I'm screwed. but there's some roads where they're like dirt tracks, but the sides are like smooth, like the banks. You know, you have like hedges by the side of a road, so you can, where there's corners, you can ride up the sides like a proper downhill berm. It's amazing. I'm gonna try and get my GoPro and strap it on my head, film it. I was surprised that there was such a good. It's probably not even half a mile. Probably like 700 meters or so. I guess that's half a mile. But I was surprised with it being downhill. It just absolutely fantastic fun. Oh, you Total! What are you doing, man? He's rejoining. Come on. You Philip Clegg, you penis. What a winkler. I've just got a Decathlon Rock Rider. courtesy of channel donations, actually. I bought it last year. So if I die on my bike, it's your guys' fault. Jorg has an e-bike. I like being awkward, makes other people nervous and they feel twice as bad. Exactly. Am I guilty? That guy just totally took me out. I don't even know what he was doing. Thanks for the boost, Artem Gregorian. Well, with the price of the Vive Index, we probably won't be able to get the canoe now. it's VR or canoe. And VR wins. Why go outside when you can stay inside? You know. But I'm pretty happy with my mountain bike. I was surprised, it was only cheap. It was like £250. And it's a really nice bike. It's as good as other bikes I've had in the past that were a lot more expensive. That's what I mean by canoe. I mean kayak. When I say canoe, I mean kayak. I'm looking to get like a. If I get one, I'll probably get like a medium-sized touring kayak, or maybe like a sea kayak, but not a long one. Something in between. There's quite a few I've looked at. They are awesome. And then I'm going to kayak to Jimmy Broadbent's house. And drown. That's pretty good. Yeah, most of them now are more. Most kayaks now are more expensive. When it rains, Jimmy's house turns into a boat. He's like Noah's Ark. Hello, Dub Socks. There's a lot of nonsense in the kayak industry, though. Weirdly, it's not so much with bikes. I mean, there is actually, but because there's such a cheap bike market, there's a good mid-range of bicycles for like that sort of £300, £350. I mean, if you spend £400 on a bike, you can get a really good bit of kit that will, as long as you're not doing insane jumps, insane downhill mountain biking, it's absolutely awesome what you can get. Perfectly good. Whereas with kayaks, unless you buy second hand, it's like because it's not as big a market. But I find it funny with the kayak promotional videos. They always have like extreme kayaking on flat water, and it's like, well, you know, you can do some extreme whitewater stuff like off like waterfalls and things, which is pretty mental. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about touring kayaks where it's not really about being extreme. It's like a chilled out mode of transport. You know. So it's just weird the way they market them. And it's quite limited what you can do on a kayak, even with white water stuff. So if you watch like promos, they're just doing the same spins over and over again, and you're like, well, yeah, no, that's cool and that's nice, but you know, we're not talking base jumping. Oh dear. It'd be like marketing sim racing equipment by doing like moves and things. I've not visited Jimmy. I've met him once, briefly, at like a random event. Not been to his house. I'm not allowed near his house. We've got a restraining order on me. But, you know, that's just how it is. I have a standard beginner kayak. Oh, nice one, Punty. Which one is it? Did you wear a helmet? Oh, I'm in 20th place. I got taken out, so I'm going to run out of fuel, aren't I, as well? Oh, well. That's true, Matty Matt, but I quite like pedaling because it stops me getting morbidly obese. Why? What were you doing in the military with kayaks? You know, if you do it chilled out, it's like most things. It's like walking in the military is probably not very fun because they're beasting you up and down hills. You know, if you do things at your own pace, it kind of makes it more fun. Ah, that's a new line. SAS assault kayaking. It's really hard to kayak in the Iraqi desert. That's why he went off it. So I don't blame him. If you try kayaking on water rather than sand, you'll find it's a lot more enjoyable. It's black. Black kayak. Oh, right. Well, those team building things are always a bit weird. Oh, he was in the bin. Matthias were dead. Only noobs kayak on water. What do the pros do? Paddleboard. I'm too poor for a name, but well, in America, you can get pretty good cheapo kayaks that are perfectly fine. In the UK, the cheapo kayaks that you can get are really just like Ribber is one of them, one of the brands, and they're just not very good, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure they work. Like as a playboat, it's perfectly fine, but I'm kind of holding out on eBay for a good second-hand deal because it's the best thing to do, really. Because then you know if you need to sell it, you're not going to lose money. Iraq has multiple major rivers, yeah, but that's not where the wars were. Look here, Izzy. I'm trying to make a joke about canoeing in the desert, and you have to come and ruin it with some facts. Iraq facts. Welcome to Izzy's Iraq River Facts. www.iraqriverfacts.com. Do you want to make a joke about canoeing in Iraq? Well, your joke has been denied by www.iraqriverfacts.com. There's many rivers in Iraq, like any other country. And you can canoe on those rivers. Thus, your joke about Iraq is invalid. www.iraqriverfacts.com. That's it. No more Iraq jokes. I have as well, punt him at pump face. You want to fall over, that's going to really hurt. Are you telling me that Iraq's actually a big country with nice places and normal people in it, and it's not just a war zone? Because that would be a nuanced and probably truthful view of a country, and we're not having any of that. It's illegal for any Western country to view any other non-Western country as potentially being alright in places. That's against the rules. Theresa May's knocking on my door right now. That's it, MI6, I'm off to jail. See, no more doner kebabs for me. I'm on the radar. I'm on the radar now. That's it. I'm on the watch list. You can't have nuanced views about countries. Death penalty. Ironically, in England, if you have a nuanced view about Middle Eastern countries, you get thrown off a tall building. That's why England's allowed such a despotic, crazy government. No one can speak up against them. You're only allowed to protest in ineffectual ways in the United Kingdom. No, I think the Americans started it, and then they roped the British into it, and then we had like another idiot government going along with it. Hello, Paul Wilson. How's it going, man? How's Mrs. Wilson doing today? The Wilsons return for another day of glorious game of muscle. Want some help going kayaking in Iraq? Your nose is big enough. My skin's not. I need to get a bit of a tan and then I'll fit in. Nice one. Yeah, I'm working on my nose. My nose is okay, but I need to develop other parts. My skin colour and my accent. And then I think we'll have it. And my beard's coming along. Final lap. I'll probably not, actually. Might be for me, because I think we're a bit low on the old fuels. We've got some fuel issues. Why does it look minty? I don't know. It's just fresh. Assetto Corsa. Oh, no. I don't speak any Arabic. I accidentally shifted. Ah. Hang on. Where's he going? I have a suspicion the traction control was bogging me down a touch. I think we're out of fuel, guys. I'm getting some stutter here, I don't know why. Artemi, what's he doing? Why am I stuttering? These need a Apollo rocket strapped to the back of them. Gasper, you can't say that. You've got to be nice about ACC. No, we're fine for fuel. It's downhill, this part. We're all good. Nothing to worry about here. But my brain's fully defective. There it is, 15th. Well, yeah, not too good, really. I did get taken out. Well done, Michael Yannick. Well done, Alan Garland, Thomas Smith, Sam Butters, Marshall, Oscar Pink, Fernando V. Silva, Mike Blaze. Well done, guys. That's your top 7. Nice driving. Let's. What's next? Is there a server god to make a server for us in something nice? That'd be cool. That'd definitely be appreciative, Ood. Oh, I need more drink. Need more drink here. No Formula Hybrid. Oh, Izzy's put a server up. Game of Muscle is slower than the tectonic plates. Ah, but it's a good choice of content. Password's T. Get in there, guys. It's happening. Oh, hang on. My button usage isn't. Oh, and Park Foster's is a good track. That's fine. What do you mean wrong track? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember, Eugene Boy. Get on it. Gromsy's in. Nice one, guys. Oh, man. I'm a bit dizzy. I need to eat something else. I might have some bread. Oh, I feel really dizzy all of a sudden. What a crash fest. Yeah, I got punted. Annoyingly, because we got halfway up the grid. So, guys, what do you think about the camera positioning and layout down here? Is this acceptable? Is it all right? Or do you think it needs to be improved? I think this is an improvement. I look morbidly obese from this angle. Thin racing muscle, blah, jab of the muscle. Oh man. Oh look, you can see the candle. Candle under my phone. It's gonna catch on fire. How big should we make it? This is that better? Do you want me like nice and small, or do I need to be like this? Is that a good place to put it? Does that do it for you guys? Surely that's spot on. Oh, guys, there's a German in the chat room. It's Abgefahren. Oh, thank you there. Abgefahren. Hallo, Ducky. Hallo. Unten Abgefahren. How's it going, Abgefahren? Ah. Oh. Do you know when he has too many beans, he's abgefarting? Hope you enjoyed that joke. Make it bigger. Okay, I'm making it bigger. This is a good way of getting a bigger EP. Is this big enough for you guys? Does that work for you? Full foot cam. Would you like some tea? I would. Hello, Jane. Why do Germans find that funny? There's an amount of Germans that, as a joke, have said to me, hello, in like a really bad English accent. Would you like some tea? That's the German, quintessential German-British joke. Hello, would you like some tea? I guess it's fair. Abgefaren's a legend. He's faster than me as well. Am I actually the slowest sim racing YouTuber? I think I might be. Ah, oh, bloody hell. How can I get more skills? It's ridiculous. fed up of being the worst sim racer on YouTube. What am I going to do? Have to start doping. It's not that funny, but I don't know any better stereotype. Just call me a bog git. That's what most people go with. I'm used to it now. It's fine. I look a bit pale in that camera view. Hang on, let me just get a suntan here. Let me just give myself a hang on. I look so pale. So pale. Here we go. God. Are you ready, guys? Whoa, that's better. Bit more colour to me. Colour intensity. Oh, now look. Radioactive muscle, get ready. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, enough of that. Colour intensity. Oh, you restart the server, okay. There we go. I think that'll do. I think that's the right intensity of colour for me. Oops. I find anything you say funny. You're talking to me or Abagathar is more funny. Looks like you're in a disco. Right, let's rejoin this server. I'm using Logitech C920. Oh, hang on, battery life's running out. Logitech C920. We've just got to refresh this. Okay, get back on there. Are you going to join us for a race, Mr. Farin, at some point? I don't understand why my wheel looks like it's wonky. Maybe it is. It doesn't feel like it when I'm driving. Have you seen that? Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect circular rim, so I guess that's what it is. So I've got ergonomic rims, rim edge. Man, direct drive wheels are amazing, guys. Direct drive life. You get used to it. This is the problem. You use direct drive wheel, you get used to it, and then you're just like, then you forget how good it is. It's normal, and then you use like a non-direct drive wheel, and you're like, oh. I need to get another cup of tea here. I really want like a crumpet or something. Woo! Bench. Well, I don't know. My shaft's a bit wonky, I have to say. It's all that driving back to front. DD, I know. So I can't really complain and whinge about anything. You know, I'm pretty lucky, but you know, you have to complain and whinge. You have to find things to complain about, otherwise you lose your passport. Abgafarin, what do you normally complain about? What's your whinge topic? Actually, to be fair, Germans, I think, are better at complaining than British people. So, come on, Abgafarin. Let it all out. Welcome to the Abgafarin therapy session. I've got the Abgafarin fish ready for you. There we go. Tell me, Abgafarin, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? Tell the fish psychologist. What's on your mind, Abgafarin? What's been bothering you today? I'm waiting. Take your time to get it out of your mind. You'll feel much better when you release the pressure of keeping it to yourself. I'm listening. I would be all ears, but I'm a fish, and fish don't have ears. So actually talking to me's kind of pointless. Oh, you complain about my driving, and I feel and smell like a fish. Well, that's certainly interesting. Why do you think that's the case, Mr. Abgafarin? I'm peering into your soul until you give me an answer. Oh. What's the matter, Abgafarin? Tell me all your worries. Oh, you don't shower? Well, personal hygiene is very important. I'll have you know, if you don't wash and have a clean start to the day, your body will feel unclean, and then your mind will feel unclean. So it's important that you wash, Abagafarin, because you don't want it to smell like fish. Right, enough of that fish counselling. Let's go in here. It's Abgafarin's fish counselling session. Obviously, I mean, what else would it be? Can't you tell? Weren't you paying attention? Do you not go on YouTube sim racing channels to get counselling from a prosthetic fish? Do you like fish sticks? Do you put them in your mouth? Abgafished. I need to get my cup of tea. Should I do a lap first? I'm getting a cup of tea first. That's more important than a lap. So I'll be back in a second. Hope you enjoyed Abagafarin's fish counselling session. Some say this channel's boring. No, I present you the fish. What's this? What's going on here? Oh, my pillow. My old man pillow. Hello there. Ah. Oh dear, we might not have enough time. I'm sure we can do it. Thanks for the server, Izzy. Ba-ba-da-bang, bang bong. Here we go. Hello there. I'm alright, I got a cup of tea, we're good. Oh, floating Jesus Marshall's back. I don't have any hair to cut. But yeah, when did I last shave? The other day? 2 days ago? I shave like every 4 or 5 days, so it's easier that way. Oh, this car feels great. Well, I'm getting more stutters again. I need to might need to close some YouTube stuff. Oh, this car feels amazing. It's a nice track for this car. Since you've been gone, Mike May. Oh, well, sorry we disappeared. I was having a bit of a mood, so I thought I wouldn't subject everyone to that. We're pretty good now. God, got more bounce than a bouncy ball on a bouncy day. Someone link to the chat if you can. The track if you can in the chat. Man, I'm so excited for VR, but I'm hyping myself up for it. I shouldn't, because then it'll be disappointing. Setting up a racing team. I was wondering if you want to come. What? Come to America to go Le Mans racing? Yeah, sure. Why not? Do you want to die? I'll film it. Camera crew muscle. Ugh. What circuit do they do it on? Do you think I'd even be allowed to into America? To do like the I wouldn't get through the control gate. That one retinal scan and they'll be like, oh hang on, we've seen your YouTube channel, we know what you're like. Now, it would be awesome to go to... I do really want to go to the States. I really want to go to CES and E3, particularly. Ah, bugger me. Cold ties. Oh, this was the lap that we actually had to get a lap time on. Oh, well. Guys, join the server. Password is T in capital letters. I know, Bruce Parker, you were just watching this channel. Oh, nice. We're doing an American tour. I'm just going to sleep in people's gardens. E3 is Electronic Entertainment Expo. It's like a gaming... Although it's a bit rubbish now. It used to be really good like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Oh, I'm going to get one more lap in. Come on. Right, this is it. I've got to do this lap. Yes, here we go. Concentrate. Ran out of grip. Yeah, I think I've seen that, Paula. Oh, it does sound cool. It's a bit pricey to get over to the States. That's the only problem. It's like... What are you talking about? Like $1,000? I mean, if you're going to New York, you can get flights for like £400 or £500 economy. Sometimes £200. Norway Air have had flights for like 240, but... That's the awkwardness of America. Yeah, well, it's just that. It's enough of a distance. You kind of forget... like, you can get to anywhere in Europe for like under £100, really. Well, under £200. Here we go. It's like the marshal's hiding from us. Well, I'm trying, Paul. I'm making it more clear. Because I know some people don't want to watch the live streams and some people just want to watch the videos. So hopefully it's more obvious. Baguette. I'm having a jam sandwich here. Oh, look at this. I'll have to go to America and just eat all your food. I will just be eating food if I go to America. To Game of Muscle food tour. Here we go. I just do my own video editing, Tom. I don't make enough money to pay for a video editor, so... Thank you, CEO. Here we go. Get ready! Come on, let's get a result here. 15 minutes. El Altinio Parkington Frosters beer circuit. I literally was inside another car there. Ghost recovery. Some interesting driving at the start. Catfish noodling. Here we go. Bit of carnage at the beginning there. As that baby cars are made. We were so deep inside that other vehicle, a baby vehicle popped out the other side. I used a bit of Norton Ghost there to recover that slide. Oh, guys, you remember Norton Ghost? It takes me back. Ghost recovery system. Ghost protocol. Wait, hang on. Why is he driving the wrong way round? What are you doing, man? I think the tracks, this model's a little bit bumpy. It seems to... Some parts of it could do with smoothing out a bit with a few more polys, I think. Other than that, it's actually a really nice version of the circuit. I mean, it's quite a bumpy track in real life, I think, as well, because it's one of those older circuits. We are in glorious 7th position, as it was foretold in the Prophet manuals. Come on! Speed it up before we go. Go under Jesus we go. We have great racism. Ah, yes. I'm going on holiday to Alabama for a nice bit of racism. Racism tours. Seventh is always my first. But it looks like we're going to destroy Gasper Medevd. We're coming for you, Gasper. Court Marshal in 5th, Gromsey in 4th. On the way we go, moving through the grid. Gasper's crying in his car because he knows he's going to get punted. That's the campfire song. Game of Muscle campfire song. The Muscle campfire. I'm not sure. It's been pretty racist in the UK recently, so don't really need to travel for it anymore. You used to have to travel, but now it's like on your doorstep, so you can save a lot of money when it comes to finding racist people. They seem to be everywhere now. I mean, they always were, but they kind of kept it to themselves. Now they're more open. commaoil.com. Come on, Gasper. Feel the pressure, Gasper. The pressure cooker is on. Powerful max power. Car lube. Man, I'm happy with the 7th because we start really far back, but I think we can get a... I think we can get like a 5th out of this. Nice one, Paul Barring. Enjoyed that. It was fun to make. Did you notice that the sound was a bit rubbish? Vito took way too long to edit because I messed up the sound and I had to take the sound from the bloody Canon camera. Thank you, OBS. I think Lewis Hamilton did have has been subjected. I mean, there are racist people in England, quite a few racist people. I mean, you know, unfortunately, it's still a problem. But I think more so when he was younger, maybe. I don't know. It depends where you are in different areas and. It's obviously not held him back either way. Oh, come on. Whoa! He just did what I did. 6th place! Oh dear, let's not have this. Let's not have the race conversation. I don't want to go there. I'm not going there. Whatever, you know. But let's just not. Let's stick to religion. People didn't like him because he was from Stevenage. Not. Is Stevenage posh or not? It's not, is it? I don't know. I don't know Stevenage. I've never been there. It's not meant to be a very nice place, is it? I know the religion can's always wide open. I have religious people knocking on my door all the time, so I feel like it's all right talking about religion. Jamie 501 UK, hello. Nice succinct name you've got there. 501. It's like a tax. It's like a tax form name. Well, what shall I call myself? I know. I really enjoy doing tax returns. Jamie 501k. Is that literally an American tax form, isn't it? The 501k. Or is it 401k? Jamie tax return. Well, that's it. You're now Jamie tax return. Sorry. It's your nickname. Oh, well, that's it. I get Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on my door all the time. They're really nice and friendly, though. They're nice people. But they're like, oh, if you don't join us, you're going to hell. So I'm like, okay. But I don't believe in that. I'm not even a Christian. And they're like, but have you heard the good news? No. Because you don't know that the Bible was written by God, do you? We do, because he's made predictions. But they're not actually legit predictions, are they, if you actually spend 5 minutes looking into it? No, but they are, because we've got faith in the Bible. Okay. Conversation end. 501c3 is a non-profit. There you go. The Book of Chair Muscle is hard to interpret. It is the true word. It is the spoken gospel of 7. But it is very hard to fully understand and get your mind around. Very few people understand the Book of Muscle. The Book of Chair Muscle. And lo, ye chosen man shall sit on the chair of muscle. Yeah, last time I had Jehovah's Witnesses talk to me, they were like, oh, one of their sort of arguments for joining was that the end times are near. And then I was like, okay, well, I looked into Jehovah's Witnesses, and it's quite a new religion. It's only like 100 years old, if that. And they were saying when it first started, they're like, oh, the end times are near. Well, they obviously weren't. But the early people following the religion obviously died of old age. So, come on. There's a bit of common sense here. Come on. Well, you can just type in Google Bible prophecies and you can immediately see loads that, you know, don't even relate to anything. Even if you are Christian, which is fine, or, you know, you're sort of picking and choosing what you think's good from X arbitrary religion, that's fine. You're still going to have to admit that the prophecies are like, obviously not true. I don't know how you could read the Bible or even look at parts of the Bible and go, yeah, that's literally the word of God. I mean, the only conclusion you could really fairly come to is that the Bible is written by man as an interpretation of what the word of God is. If you're being optimistic, or, you know, and if you're being pessimistic, you'll be like, it's a bunch of stuff that man has written partially as a way of just having a religion or something to follow and some guidance, partially as an amalgamation of other spiritual teachings, and partially as an amalgamation of a way to sort of unite and control a society of desperate religions. I mean, it's historically evident that the Bible, the New Testament, is being constructed and picked and chosen by people seemingly arbitrarily from a bunch of scripture that isn't in it. So it's strange to me, like, when you get religious people that seemingly don't understand the basic religious history of like the religious text that they're following. There's plenty of religious people that do. There's plenty of people that do follow whatever religion, like, you know, they actually do fully understand the history of it and they're relatively reasonable, and they'll be like, oh, I've just got faith in it. So that's fine. But it's really frustrating when you're talking to a religious person that won't admit its faith. It's so nice when you actually talk to a religious person that just goes, yeah, I just have faith in it. I know there's not evidence to back up these XYZ view. I just have faith in it, and then they understand what that means. Which it does happen. Okay, I've met a few people where that is the case, and you're like, oh, okay, well, you know, I think faith's a bit weird. It's not reliable. You know, it's not particularly reliable, but maybe the religion's working for you at this point in time. Maybe you're following it in a certain way that's not destructive. Fair enough, you know, it doesn't matter. But no, man, the amount of religious people you talk to where they're like, yes, this is the word of God, 100%. And I was told by my pastor that this is the case. Okay, great. Or when you have bloody Christians knocking on your door and they just throw logical fallacies at you. Oh, how can humans exist when we're so complicated? The world was perfectly made for humans. Oh yes, that's why it took millions of years for humans to evolve out of bloody wonky animals with multiple branches of human-like animals and species dying out and becoming extinct until only one species of human was left. Yes, it's perfectly designed. Oh, dear. Anyway, that's the nice religion rant. 1 minute 16. Who's any religious people in chat? I'm not talking to you now. You've ruined my life. God, I'm not watching this channel anymore. This guy's blasphemous. Who's can we have a type? Can you type your religion in chat? Docs your religion. Are you atheist, agnostic, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Scientologist? Please don't sue me. This is how the government gets your details. Oh, Jedi's. Don't trust them. One more lap. Gamer Muscleist. Cthulhu's the only god. At least with Cthulhu, if he dies, you can cook him up and have a nice meal. Oh, look at these dirty atheists. You're all going to hell. How's that make you feel? We're in 5th place. I thought we could get a 5th. I like trains. I like turtles. You do realise that hell would just be filled with bad tyre models and lagging servers. Ah, there we go. A good solid 5th place. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that result, guys. Yeah, no, I was I've been trying to read up more on Buddhism, like understand it better, because I didn't have any understanding of it at all. And it's really weird because there's like philosophical tenets in Buddhism that are fantastic. Pretty standard sort of psychology stuff in general. But like a sort of pragmatic approach. But then there's also like absolutely mental stuff, like the reincarnation side of it and believing in karma. It's like, why? Why ruin something with something? There's something good there, and then why put bollocks on top of it? I don't get it. Well done, Dom. Well done, Josh. Well done, Mitz. Well done, Gromsy. Nice driving, guys. Nice one, Gasper. You lost. Next race. Karma. Hell is your kid making you watch him play Fortnite? Do you have a kid, Chili? I didn't know you had a child. I'm sure you probably told me. I probably commented on it and now I've forgotten. Hank Biddle, I don't know what to believe. I grew up with religion and know most of the teachings are shite. But I still sometimes want to believe some of it. Well, what do you want to believe? Which bits do you want to specifically believe? I think, to me, I could see how, like, if heaven legitimately existed, like, obviously that would be, well, heaven as a concept of, like, after you die, you go to you go to another place. So you technically haven't even died. You ascend to something where you exist infinitely and it's pleasant. You know, I guess that's appealing. But there's no like evidence for that at all, so it's kind of pointless. Like, well, it'd be nice if when you go outside there's no traffic jams or it was always sunny. It's like, well, there's no evidence that that's going to be the case. That's the problem. That's the thing with these, you know. I think the biggest risk of religion, where they have something like a heaven or an afterlife, is you end up putting yourself in a position of going, oh, I don't need to worry about life now because, well, you know, you probably follow the religion and you'd be like, you know, the religion says be nice to people and you try and make the most of life, but deep down, if you honestly 100% believe in heaven and you believe that you're following the Bible or whatever religion you're following, you'll always be like. You'll be like, well, you know, I'm going to go to heaven, so it doesn't matter. So I think psychology, in general human psychology, people will generally not make the most of life if they genuinely believe in heaven. Because why would you? If you don't think that life is it, why would you? You would totally sacrifice your life. You'd be like, well, it doesn't. I could just be a suicide bomber because, you know, I'm doing it for the right reasons because I read my book and it says that, you know, this is the right thing to do, and I'm being honest to what I think is the truth. I'm going to go to heaven, so I might as well do that, or I might as well not do X, Y, and Z and just do this other thing because I'm going to go to heaven. And I think that's it's really dangerous. And I think that's one of the big risks of religion or the idea of an afterlife. So, do you believe in free will? It depends in what sense. There's an illusion of free will. There's no such thing as actual free will. But there's definitely like the illusion of free will. I don't think there's any evidence for actual free will. I don't see why there would be. Like, there's no, you know. It depends what you mean by free will. I pretty much think humans and pretty much everything is basically like it's just reacting to stimuluses, but we're just like so complicated that it seems like there's free will because there's so many like things going on, and you're conscious. People are conscious, but I don't think you really make a choice on anything really, because you're obviously just chemically responding to what's going on. It just seems like you're making a choice, but from your perspective, you're making a choice. So, you know, it's free will in that sense. But I think if you could turn back time and you can run the scenario exactly as it happened previously, every person would make exactly the same choice because they would have all the same variables, would all be the same. The chemicals and electricity in the brain would all be the same. So you would end up making the same choices. Unless a variable changed, in which case it wouldn't have been the same situation. How could people then make a different choice? So yeah, I don't think there's any evidence of free will. Shut up and drive. Judging by my tyre choices, my choices are made for me by other people. Who was it said they don't like Sam Harris? Hey, Sam Harris is really good. Like, he's good at communicating. And he talks really slow. It's good. It's good for me. Well, exactly. How can any of you be watching this channel and believe in free will? What's wrong with you? Just pretend to agree with everybody. Why is it easier that way? Yeah, but then you're being disingenuous and you're effectively lying to people. And I think you kind of have to be honest. as much as possible. I mean, obviously there's scenarios like if you have religious family members and you're just trying to eat dinner and you're just trying to get along, obviously starting a debate on religion is probably not going to result with a productive outcome. But you don't, you know, you can still be honest whilst being tactful and respectful. So I think you shouldn't just agree with people. I know you're just making a general comment, but you gotta. I think generally you have to try and be as honest as possible with things. How much longer are you going to be streaming today? I don't know. Probably not too much longer because my sleeping will be messed up. I've got to be careful. I've wasted my life. Why have you wasted your life? MikeMaysWastedLife.com. I live in Turkey with many devout Muslims around me. Religion. Oh, no. Well, Muslims make amazing food. So, Islamic cultures. Good food. So, you know. And the thing is, there's loads of moderate Muslims that will be like totally chill, really nice, really accommodating. I've had some really nice Muslim neighbours in different places that I've lived. Really nice people. The thing is, you don't know with every single religion, you don't know to what extent how literal the person's following the religion, and that really does change. Like, because when someone says, "Oh, I'm this religion," it's like, well, okay, but that doesn't mean anything until you actually know what they mean by when they say it, because so many people identify as XYZ religion, but they're following it in their own specific way, which could either be totally mental or at best perfectly fine, or it could just be acceptable. It could be, not a problem at all. So you're only saying that. Well, I don't mind. If they're going to cook nice food, I'm happy. It all comes down to food in the end. Church of USB. Well, to be fair, the Church of USB is the only church. It's the best church. T, Krabby Crab. In capital letter. Yeah, the problem, Anton Patton, this is what I was saying though. The issue is, how do you define a true X religion? So you're like, okay, let's pick something other than Islam because it's obviously contentious. Let's just make a religion up. So you say you have like a religion, a random group of people, and their religion is that, I don't know, bricks are sentient, and bricks are sentient, and that iRacing is the best driving simulator, and that if when you die, you go to sim racing heaven where it's all iRacing servers. But also in their scripture, there's a very convoluted book with lots of stuff in it. But there's a couple of verses in there about women shouldn't talk. And there's a couple of verses in there about how you're perfectly fine killing certain people that disagree with your religion. So you meet one of these iRacers, and was perfectly fine, and it's like, well, you talk to them, and one of them's like, oh yeah, no, I totally believe in the killing people that don't believe in iRacing. And you're like, well, are they following the religion truly, or what about the person that decides to ignore the killing non-iRacers part? Are they following it truly? And then internally, it turns out that there's a big debate in this religion where they've split into two halves, and one of them called them the iRacing fundies, and the other one's called the iRacing non-fundies. And you're like, well, which one's the true religion? So at the end of the day, you kind of have to always address things on like a You'd be like, well, you know, fundamentally, the people that are deciding to kill people that aren't iRacers, you know, they're not really accommodating, so they're dickheads. But, you know, you have to judge things by each individual, which is very inconvenient. Bloody pain in the arse. It'd be so much easier just to put everyone in boxes. I'm not trying to win, Cameron. There's no winning. This is just casually chatting. Brick-shaped boxes. Yeah, the iRacers like sentient bricks. I don't know why. Hello, Zero Bandwidth. We're good. I think people ignore the cultural and societal influences when these religions were written. That is weird with older religions, but I think most people following religions are following like the new versions of the religions, which have like moved along with where society's at as a whole for the most part. Yeah, it didn't really go too well, that MX-5 race. But I think the thing is, in life, in general, a person is either a dickhead or they're okay. And if they're not a dickhead, then they can be like whatever religion or whatever, just by virtue of being alright or a nice person. That's it. It's like, if you... There's like a dickhead line that some people cross. That's just how it is. Never cross the dickhead line, and you'll be fine, and you'll be a nice person that everyone can get along with. No, that's past the dickhead line. Suicide bombers have gone past the dickhead line. Because I mean, there's no coming back from that, is there? If you've made the wrong decision. Well, I need to change my tyres here for the race. Ah, well, the line is a little bit smudgy. Is this server fixed setup here? I don't know. I know some Trump people that voted Trump that are perfectly nice people that I've chatted to quite a bit. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily agree with everything they say, but they're not dickheads. One of them is, but they're really funny. So, you know. But the thing is, people are so complicated and vast. There's going to be specific issues that some people are totally mental on. I'm not relating this to the Trump thing necessarily, but you know, some people are going to be mental about certain things, and then not about others, and it can be really dislocated and unconnected just because of how the brain is like sort of compartmentalized. I mean, for example, say you had someone that was seemingly had mental political views, and maybe they were just like 100% for supporting a minority of people, and they honestly didn't care about making life better for the majority of people or distributing resources. So on that level, they're a bit of a dickhead. But say it also turned out that they were dedicated as a doctor or medic or something, and that they do that amazingly well, and they've cared and helped individual people that have directly come in contact with in a greater capacity than maybe someone else has. So, which I'm sure that scenario does happen. So it's hard to. And one of the things that happens now with the way media is and the way that arguments are presented, everything's sort of presented in a very simplified. In a very sort of simplified. Oh, this person supports Trump. Oh, they're bad. Or this person does this. Oh, they're bad. Or this person does this. Oh, they're so good. And it's really never, it's always like gradients and subtlety to everything. But the media, for clickbait and for starting arguments for viewership, and Facebook, and people do it as well, if you make like statements that make things very binary, it causes conversation, and that's what, that's why that gets magnified so much. We need to change tyres, I think, for the race. We'll put mediums on for the race. Oh, we've got mediums on here already. Liking guns doesn't make you evil. Well, Punty, I'm sorry, I've got to disagree with that. Because I like guns and I'm evil. No, I'm not actually into guns, really. I'd like to go shooting. I don't really want to shoot animals, but target shooting would be amazing. Clay pigeon shooting would be really fun. I've never done it. I'd really like to. Next topic, vegans. I would like to be a vegan, but I couldn't. I'm too lazy. So really, I should be sent to death.
1, go!
Good evening, viewers.
Hello.
We all hope you are enjoying the Keep It 100 discussions this evening.
Yes.
This evening's stream is brought to you by the Don't Be a Dickhead Foundation for Broken Streamers with...
There we go.
Opinions about things. Like and subscribe for more shite.
There we go. Thanks for the donation, Chili Dog. We did R3E earlier, Shumi. It's just offline, the hot lap thing. I might have another go at it after this. Bruce Parker, it's how you cook them. You can make vegetables taste really differently by cooking them in different ways. And like different sauces can go a really long way. From 1 AM to 6 AM. Pretty good. Yeah, it's very hard to be 100% vegan. I know people that have done it and they gave it up eventually. I think it's a shame that you can't go to... It's not common for stuff to be sort of 100% ethical in a shop, even as an option. Here we go, another race, starting in 12th. Good job on the server, is he? Oh, death behind us. Whoops, almost drove into the car in front there. I'd say AC looks really nice on this 1440p. Like, you definitely notice there's a degree of clarity that you get from, well, 4K is particularly noticeable, but with like 1440p, if you've got like a 1080p monitor and you're sort of like, oh, shall I upgrade? Is it worth it? It definitely is. There's just like a sort of crispness you get looking into the distance. I mean, of course, if you're into VR, it's kind of pointless, but if you're driving in 2D, it really surprised me when I used 4K on my 42-inch TV first time. Just the additional detail you get. More death! Mordor! The rainforests... Oh! The rainforests are disappearing. Vegans must be stopped. I see what you did there. I don't think they're eating trees. Can you eat tree? What tree could you eat? I mean... I guess you can eat apples from apple trees, but you don't knock the trees down. Shumi, are you still there? Did you see that there's some reviews up about, or some preview videos about the Vive Index, the Valve Index? Also, the price, it's £1,000. Enjoy! Bank emptied! Oh, who doesn't? Random call sign sometimes chops down some wood and gives it to me. So, yeah. Get your credit cards out for VR. £1,000, so it's like $1,300 for the Index plus Lighthouse plus controllers. Goodbye. He's gone. Kebab shop Winkled. But wider field of view, high resolution screen. Tested have a video on it that I've not watched in full. You can use the Vive Index with the Lighthouse 1.0s that you get with the Vive if you've got one of them, but I think most people will probably be selling their Vives. And then upgrading. I'll probably keep hold of mine as a reference. As you do. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the new controllers do look absolutely awesome. And I guess the headset price isn't bad, depending on the tech. So I haven't really looked into the specs to fully see. And man, this track's flow is fantastic. Night Place. Hello, Turge. Well, yeah, you've got the Rift S might be an option for you as well. And then, as other people were saying, what the Reverb, specifically for sim racing, might be a good option. We're kind of in like for driving and flight sims, we're still like very limited by PC performance. So until we have like a HMD with foveated rendering that works across the board. Thanks, Mix, for reversing there. Appreciate that. Then, kind of a bit stuck, really. Yeah, I'm getting it. I have to get it. It's like the headset to get. I buy everything Valve. I'm a bigger Valve fanboy than I am a Kunos fanboy. And I'm proper Valve boy. Come on, Half-Life was like a life-changing game for me. I've invested is probably the wrong word. I've wasted like 3,000 hours of my life into Counter-Strike. You know, Half-Life and Valve and Source Engine. I mean, I spent hours making maps in the Hammer editor. You know, I can't help it. I did fall out with Valve when they first forced everyone to use Steam though for Half-Life 2. So there was that. That was when my Valve pride dipped. Nice one, Aaron. Ah, look at Aaron with his little girlfriend in his thumbnail. Hi, I'm Aaron. I've got a girlfriend. She's in my thumbnail. Have a look. Now, I'm glad you fixed your pedals, man. What was wrong with them? It's great when you think you bollocks something and then it turns out it's not. But it's even worse when it turns out that it was bollocks and you didn't actually fix it. So watch out for that. Watch out for that broken bamboozle. Yeah, Gasper, I agree. But CSGO is really good if you play Wingman with like a good friend, or just you play it with like chilled out people. Swedish people are good to play CS with because they're good and they're chilled out. They don't talk too much. I can't play CS when people talk a lot because I can't concentrate. Oh, you had to... What was it? Split the brake... What? The brake... What pedals were you using? I was using a concrete block to push my pedal. Push the pedal. Oh man, I'm struggling to keep up with these front boys. Whoa! No, oh god, that's not where you want to. Don't just stop on the corner. That's what I do. No, I'd rather not talk. I'd rather people just not talk when playing CS. I just like, because if you've played enough, especially when it's wingman or you're playing with people that you know, all you need is like simple call-outs like, oh, there's 3 here, or they're pushing this way, or they've planted at XY site, you know. And you kind of just need people to know what they're doing at a basic level. Not people. You get some people when they play CS that micromanage, and it makes it really hard to play. This is Mugello. Terjahila. Well, I pretty enjoyed this stream, I have to say. I mean, I know I'd had a good YouTube whinge. But it's cathartic. I had to get it out of my system. But I quite enjoyed the Sector 3 stuff. It worked really well. And we've had some nice racing on here. Random call signs race didn't go too well, but, you know, can't have everything. We are arguing about presidents. This is we don't have any presidents over here. Aaron Ball. I'm not sure. You kind of putting them against a wall is a good idea. Or like attaching them to something, putting something else against a wall and then having your pedals push against that thing. That can work quite well. If I was voting in the American elections, I'd have voted for Bernie Sanders, but people weren't given that choice. Do you know what? I reckon Sanders versus Trump, I think Sanders would have won. I don't know why they let Hillary go through. Why the Democrats wouldn't. I mean, I guess they probably thought they're not in their bubble. They probably thought, oh, Hillary will beat Trump easily. It's like, no. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it seemed pretty obvious to me that Hillary probably wouldn't. Or at least would be close. Bernie Sanders is a boss. He's a ledge. He's got like a... Bernie Sanders is legitimate Santa Claus. There's something... I think the thing is, with like the primary candidate...
3, 2,
oh, Chili
1,
Dog!
Go!
Remember to like and subscribe,
Yes.
you lovely boys and girls
Thank
and
you.
non-binary people.
Non-binary.
Remember to join tomorrow's epic May Day Bonanza, where there'll be maypoles,
Chili Dog.
maypole dancing, and so many maypoles you might be a little uncomfortable. Click the
no.
like icon.
Thanks, Chili Dog. Chili Dog just discriminated against robots there. Non-binary people. That's really offensive. What about advanced AI in the future? When they watch this back and they look back and they go and they hear this talk about non-binaries, and they'll be really offended, and it's people like you, Chili Dog, with these disgusting simplistic views, pushing prejudice against these people. Please stop talking about American politics. Why? It's good fun. What were we saying? What were we saying? Oh yes. So, for like the primary candidate, from an external viewer, someone that's not in America, it would seem to me, oh, we gain some places, that you kind of want someone that doesn't come across as disingenuous. And for a multitude of reasons, partially because of the way Republicans approach the campaign, but just also prior to that, Hillary Clinton comes across as super, super disingenuous, regardless of if she is or not. Just her demeanour, presentation style, she just comes across as really disingenuous. I don't think that was the case, particularly with Barack Obama or some other candidates on either side. Even if they, as I've said, regardless of what the truth is, regardless if they were or not, you know what I mean? That how you come across is like really important when it comes to that kind of popularity game in politics.
Throttle!
Hillary and media were backed by corporations. Bernie wanted to take money out of politics.
Ah, there you go. Exactly. Bernie the ledge. Thanks, Pixel Therapy. New Zealand, 5 New Zealand dollars. Cheers, man. Ah! No! I know, it's alright. It's for 6th place. I thought we were going to lose 7th there. It's always politics or economics or philosophy. But we're chilled out talking about it. Look, I'm not like... The thing is, someone can have a different view. It's not a problem. I think the issue... You know when you're like... If you're watching like those YouTube videos or streamers where people are like shouting at each other for like, oh, you should think this, you should think that. If someone in the chat says something that I might disagree with or whatever, I don't have any like hard feelings against it or anything. It's just chilled out. It's a chilled out channel. So I know politics can be a bit tedious if you constantly have it on your Twitter and everything, so that's fair enough. I don't subscribe to any politics stuff. So that's how I stay away from it. So I guess you guys subscribe to this to stay away from it. I've now ruined it for you, I'm sorry. Sorry guys. But hopefully my chilled out demeanour makes it acceptable. I don't know. Just drink tea, it's all good. Well, you know continuing on the politics thing, right? So at Easter, I went to my parents, and my parents watch TV. I don't watch TV at all, so they watch like the normal comedy stuff on TV. And my parents aren't really that bad in general. They just watch general TV occasionally. Anyway, you watch like these BBC comedy programs, and every joke is like Trump hair, which deeply offends me. Trump orange. Trump stupid. And it's like even if Trump does whatever, even if he's stupid, even if his hair is loose, whatever, even if he's orange, it's like, well, first of all, why are you making jokes about the colour of someone's skin? That's bloody stupid. It's not even funny. It's boring and old and arguably, I guess it's probably not racist in that case, but it's, you know, come on, grow up. Worst jokes ever. And like someone's hair, it's like, it's not funny. It's not funny joke. Maybe it's a one-off joke for someone that has particularly interesting hair that might not be good or bad hair. It's not like I ever make jokes about Jimmy Broadbent having hair. I'm not a total hypocrite. But, you know, it's like constant, though, on one person. And it's like, oh, my God. Just be a bit... You can make other jokes. I don't like Trump. I personally, I wouldn't have voted... Well, you have to choose between Trump and Hillary. But I don't think I would have voted for Trump if I was in America. I didn't follow the elections that close. I'd have voted for Bernie Sanders, as I say. I'm not involved in the politics over there, so I don't really care. The point is that if you're watching comedy, you want the jokes to not be boring. Like, you can't make the same joke over and over again. But then Jimmy Fallon just laughs constantly at his own just fake laugh and clapping. So you can't win. I like Conan. Conan's funny. Who's the other one? There's a couple of them in America that are alright, but Conan's good. My front tyre wear's a joke. Oh, he's got... Oh, no! 7th! No! No! Oh, you bastard! Wasted White Boys has ruined my 7th. What a bastard. Can we get a ban on Wasted White Boy here? I don't like Colbert anymore. Like, well, I don't mind him. I don't know him, obviously, but I don't find his programme funny. It was much better when he was doing the parody. You know, when he was playing his Colbert character. Makes him racing great again. I don't find John Oliver funny either. It's just like, it's not. It's just the jokes are like seem super obvious and like compare John Oliver to Jon Stewart, and it's like Jon Stewart is it Jon Stewart? It is Jon Stewart, isn't it? I think so. And he's like amazing. Like when you watch all his stuff, it's not just about being topical and pointing out like, well, he would point out the irony of stuff. And the hypocrisy in like a really amusing way. Yeah, and Colbert Report would do it as well. They would find the irony, the hypocrisy, and present it in a really amusing way. Whereas John Oliver and the new Colbert, it comes across as like weirdly preachy. It's like, oh, I'll point this out, it's funny. And then they wait for like a laugh. It's, I don't know. Nothing wrong with enjoying it if you enjoy it. I mean, it's, but for me personally, I don't. I'd much prefer like Conan and Jon Stewart, as I say. Colbert and Jon Stewart together were really good when they did stuff. Frankie Boyle's all right, but yeah, Frankie Boyle's pretty good for the most part. But sometimes I think. Sometimes he like the controversy stuff that he points out can feel a bit forced, but for the most part, yeah. Now I'm nitpicking. He is really good, so he's funny. So I mean, nothing beats when it comes to comedy though. Nothing beats Brass Eye, guys. Chris Morris is on the absolute pinnacle of comedy. Nothing's beaten Chris Morris, guys. Just watch like. You can watch Brass Eye on loop, and it's absolutely bloody hilarious constantly. It's unbelievable, and it's just unbelievable. Even now, you know when you watch some comedy later on, like you watch it when it first comes out when you're younger, and you're like, oh, you know, it's really funny, but it's because you were kind of younger or because it was new. But you watch something like Brass Eye now, Shooting Stars. Fast Show. There's a bunch of like some of the old, like it's not that old. Even loads of Monty Python sketches. You know, it just like doesn't. It's amazing. It's aged amazing. The problem with Monty Python is been like there's some like bad sketches that have been over, like people just repeated them so much it's just tedious. But there's loads of Monty Python that's actually awesome that you might not have seen if you've not watched a lot of it, and it's not they've not been the ones that have been regurgitated so much, so it still stays quite fresh. Brass Eye and pedos. He's disguised as a school. He's been spotted on CCTV disguised as a school, and then it cuts to him riding the school. He's a bicycle with the school behind him, riding down the street. Oh, and then he's like, the guy's like, what is he like? He doesn't like his kid because he's like, oh, your kid's not good looking. Oh man, oh, so good. Yeah, Brass Eye is just amazing. So totally, Brass Eye highlights how stupid modern news is as well. Have you guys never seen Brass Eye? Oh my god. Right. Watch Brass Eye in full. You've only got to lost the news. Oh, man. Well, have we got another server here? Or are we going to go back to Race Room? Google Brass Eye and watch it. Jesus Christ. Come on, Izzy. We need more server godding. What are you on about, Anto? America's got socialist policies. You've got like roads that everyone uses. You have like taxes for a lot of stuff. Your military, the military in America is, you know, funded by the taxpayer and distributed. The electricity grid. I mean, obviously you've got different corporations running stuff, but there's lots of social stuff in America. You probably think you might be using the word socialism differently. A lot of Americans do. No, you might be using the word socialist different. A lot of Americans use the word socialism in certain ways. It's really nice to have a chilled out political conversation with that. I know. It's all chilled. You've never seen dinner at my family. We're all shouting at each other. Nah, it's not that bad. Strangely, all pretty much agree on stuff. Yeah, in America, the word socialism has been kind of distorted from how it's used. It's distorted in England as well, to be honest, in terms of like, you know, like, so for example, the NHS is socialist. You all pay toward, everyone pays tax towards something that everyone can access. It's pretty much a socialist system and construct. It's also it's in the process of being ruined, but one of the cheapest and cost-effective health services in the world. Is it sort of in the top 5 or so, or at least top 10 or something? And it's socialist, so it's perfectly fine. There's not something that's not necessarily bad by default. There's aspects to it that aren't socialist. It's got parts of it privatised for bad and good, but the word socialism doesn't de facto mean communism. It doesn't de facto mean good or bad. There's positive aspects to socialism and negative aspects to it. Do you know, whenever I read Venezuela, I think Vuvuzela. Wouldn't have police or fire department. Well, that's it as well. It needs to be like how it worked in London back in the day when you had private fire services and they let your house burn down unless you paid a fee. I think we should go back to that. I don't think England's particularly communist, Anton Patton. I don't think the NHS is leading to communism. I mean, if anything, it's leading to more capitalism because capitalists want to privatise it to profit off it. So the opposite has happened. Well, anything where there's a lack of competition. Capitalism functions best where there's equality of access and equality of competition. So with tech companies in general, capitalism works really well because in theory, assuming that everyone's educated, which they're not, in theory, anyone can sit down with a cheap based off average earnings, upfront costs, so a basic computer. Anybody can, in theory, sit down with a basic computer and make software and get involved in it and produce things that are of high value to humanity. So that sort of tech, programming and software, capitalism can work really, really well. For stuff like internet, water, housing, healthcare, where there's absolutely no competition, they're so vast and requires so much cost, there's no possibility for competition, and they get monopolised for it to actually function at a basic level in a cost-effective form. Capitalism just doesn't work. Yeah, I'm just saying on the grand scheme of things, Shumi, it depends how tight you go with stuff. Obviously, that's still built on top of socialist. Like the internet's built on top of arguably socialist endeavours. We all owe it to Babbage, though. Really, it's all Babbage with his calculating machine. So that's it. Without Babbage, we're done. Babbage to the rescue, guys. I think we're all right. Just take some fuel out here. Shumi's he's a communist, so you better watch out, guys. I don't know what I am. I'm a Maserati. Could someone Google how much these Maseratis cost? Yeah, Jack Harrison, it's because only 5 people watch this channel. We're the corner shop of live streams, so it's all chilled out. And most of the people that watch are like 40 plus years old, so. I don't know about you guys, but it's like with the whole Brexit thing and a lot of the American politics. Regardless of like an individual's personal stance on like with Brexit, if you think it's, you know, you're pro or against the EU and aspects of Brexit, there's a kind of frustration between maybe having a result that you may or may not like. But for me, the biggest annoyance about it is just the level of public conversation and the like news coverage and the approach of everything. That's what I find like massively depressing. Is not the actual choices that are being made. It's the level of the level of sort of public conversation, and even the level of conversation that apparently you hear from politicians, that they talk directly to each other, or when they're interviewed on something that's actually got a decent interview format. That's what's depressing, because you're like, oh my god, how can it's just so thick and so like you're just like yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably feel the same way. Well, there's that whole thing with British media as well, apparently being like rated in the lowest like 10 for trustworthiness. It's just the quantity of coverage so bad. And you just watch like interviews on TV, and you're like, how is it even acceptable to point a camera and do this format where you've got people not even talking to each other? It's like, oh, here we've got 2 minutes. State your argument. Okay, now the next person talks. 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, we've got to cut you short there. We're running out of time. Ad break. Now we're moving on to the next topic. And you're like, what? It's not Sky News. It's like all of them. It's like BBC, Channel 4, Sky, Fox, everything, all of it. I mean, obviously there's better and worse programs on each on the different channels at times, but just on aggregate and on average, it's like unless you watch, you have to like listen to sort of long form podcasts or long form interviews or with individual people basically just talking and explaining things. Unless you do that, you just don't. The level of conversation is just so narrow. Well, no, I would like a proper debate, Moritz. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so occasionally you do get good debate. Like, if you sit, you have to sit 2 people down, for example, with a moderator, and you let them have, say, 10 minutes initially. This is a basic debate format. So you let one person talk for 10 minutes, present their argument. You could then have a panel of fact checkers. And they could go, that's bullshit what you've just said, or you need to state your sources for what you've just said, or you need to make that argument more clear because it's ambiguous. Because often people make total bullshit arguments, and you just need to go, that's bullshit. And so you have that for two people. They state the points they're making, and then you get those two people to have a conversation with them addressing one by one specific individual points that are presented on a screen behind them. This is point A. This is the argument A, point 1, and you can have them talk about that individual point, and they can only talk about that one individual point, and maybe talk about it for 15, 20 minutes. That's fine, and then you would actually learn something, because you'd see two experts talking about something, you know, and you would actually, as a viewer that's not an expert in those subjects, you would see what those two experts with different views on it were saying, you know. And sometimes you do get some good debates that aren't in that specific format, but where you have people arguing, but arguing in a way where they concede and they admit the other person's points, or point out the flaws in each other's logic, you know. So it's just like, what? We've got the internet now. If I can sit here and stream driving simulators for 7 hours, why can't other people have debates for like 2 hours? Fake news. Well, it's just, yeah, it's a lot easier to throw around sound bites and get people to argue. There's more money in it, so that's why that doesn't happen. No, I just don't have any subscribers, CB. With Game of Muscle Politics and debate format argument channel has look, we've lost the viewers. Nobody wants, nobody's interested. Nobody's interested in this content. What people want to be tuning into is me playing like Gran Turismo or something and screaming, or I don't know, or being actually talented at driving simulators. But they're not getting that. This is bold, grumpy old man talking rubbish. How old do you think you are? From how chill you are? Well, I don't know, Gasper. I don't know. You don't know. There's no way to know. We have a particular audience, which I'm happy with, because our chat is pretty cool, to be honest. Like, as you guys were saying, people are nice to each other in the chat room. We basically have no moderation, apart from the occasional person that Izzy and CB and people have murdered. But we've only murdered, like, what, in the last few months? Like 5 people, and pretty much all of them were promoting their channels with, ironically, if they just asked, then I'd say yes. So they got decapitated for no reason. Chili Dog's murdered a few people, but yeah, and for some reason we seem to like people just like nice here. I don't know why. Pity. That's probably why. What's wrong with you guys? This isn't the real internet. I think on the other side, I think with people that troll, like, often the reason why people troll is because they don't appreciate people that have a stick up their arse, and it's kind of like a protest against that. You know, I mean, you have some people that troll because they are dickheads, but a good number of people that troll are just perfectly normal, nice people. They just don't like people when you get like channels or like groups where you have like people that have a power trip with a stick up their arse, and so they troll them. That's why I would troll in the past, because it's just stupid when people are like, oh, I'm in charge of my own little internet group. Looks like, yeah, good, great. Oh, that's nice, Damon. Thanks for that. Kind words from Damon there. Damon Allen. Can we get a ban on Damon Allen for being too nice, please? It must be late. People, I'm being nice. People are being nice. It's too late. People are just tired. Everyone's brains are shutting down. Trolling past is coming out. Oh man, I was pretty good at trolling. I didn't troll that much. This car's great. Free for all racing debate channel. I'm leaving if the trolling continues. Promoting more trolling. Troll is a creature that lives in the woods. No, they live under bridges in Norway. Turja, you've got like a Norwegian name and you don't know where trolls live. Or maybe you do and I got it all wrong. Oh god, I can't drive. Cheers guys, let me finish this tea again. We're tearing it out. What about cave trolls? I thought trolls lived under bridges, pretty much universally. Hold on, I cannot use the country flags in this chat. Brazil! Why is it not doing that? Hey Jamie, what are you doing up so late? Are my pedals too tight? What do you mean? Oh, because they're squeaking? I don't think so. I mean, there's a little bit, you probably see here, there's a little bit of wobble in them that I need to fix. I mean, you don't notice it when you're pushing the pedal. They probably always have that, to be honest, unless there's more washers on it. Average sub is like 38, 40 is the kind of demographic, but it's kind of, on my channel, it's like a, well, as averages work, like a bell curve of like 30 to 50 is pretty... It's pretty averaged across 30 to 50. I think the average age is like 38 or so. But we're definitely on the older. Like, most channels I've seen that of people I know that YouTube, they have like a... It's very common for the audience to be for streamers, especially and in YouTube channels, for the audience to be the same age as the person that's doing it, which kind of makes sense because you're likely to be culturally of the same bubble. But of other people's channels I know in various niches, they like have a specific demographic where it's like 25-year-olds or 30 specifically, and then it's more of a sharp, you know, for that age. And it definitely seems with my channel it's a very smooth distribution over the 30 to 50. I think that's just sim racing though, isn't it? It's like motorsport. It's kind of that hobby. It's just that. I would have thought Jimmy's got a lot more... I would have thought Jimmy's audience is relatively similar to mine. I mean, he's got such a wider... It's the same with Super GT. They're much more popular, like bigger channels, so they'll have a wider spread anyway. But I would have thought their distribution would be relatively similar, but just more on the lower end, just because of them covering console stuff. But on average, fairly similar. This is the Maserati. Can't remember the specific. Was it? What's the number of the car? Jimmy's a meme lord. Yeah, but the thing is, his channels, his viewership is so much bigger. He's like 10, 15 times the viewers. So if you get to that, like anyone I know that passes that kind of 150k sub engagement, or like say when you're live streaming, if you pass like 500 live viewers, or even maybe a little bit more, so say you pass about 500 to 800 live viewers, say you get like, statistically on this channel we might get like 0.1% edgelord young people, but once you get an 800 viewers on a live stream or 1,000 viewers on a live stream, you're going to get at least 20 edgelords. So it ruins, yeah. Oh, clutch, thank you. Here we go, starting in glorious, holy, beautiful 7th. Let's get a resultus out of this. This is a track we should do good at. Yeah, well, it's because I've got no hair as well. They can't identify with me. Oh, bloody hell, that was appalling. Block. I'm gonna get I have to get a wig to appeal to the kids. I just intimidate the kids. They think I'm a paedophile dressed as a school. Oh dear, brass eye reference. You need a little mustache to do the to look like a pedo. What is that about? Why do paedophiles have thick glasses and the mustache? Where did that come from? What is that based on? It's like the look. Yeah, well, I mean, that is one of the downsides of any YouTube live stream that gets over, I think it's probably around about, once you pass 400 live viewers, it's very hard to like keep track of the chat and actually have a normal conversation and see what's going on. Even if you put slow chat on, I mean, as it is right now, so we normally, on this channel, it's normally like 130 to 230 viewers with live streams. Unless it's 7 o'clock, there's 2 viewers. But in terms of people chatting in the chat room, it's like, so there's probably like 40, 50 people that chat in the chat room from that viewership. And then that's enough that I can keep track. Like I know a lot of people, like I recognise the same people coming back. We see the same people in the servers. There's an actual interaction there that's mentally possible. If you get into if you've got like 200-300 people in the chat room, you start getting that shout box syndrome where there's no actual conversation that can really be had. It's more like wow, F, or it's just reacting. I guess the only option there is to only let channel members chat. But that seems a bit harsh. You'd have to people have to pay to chat. But you're not new, Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage needs to be banned for lying. Well, that's all you can really do though. If you get into that number of viewers, same with Super GT, I think you get to that level of popularity, you're only ever going to really with the donations coming in, you're only really going to be able to respond to donations because you're not going to have enough breathers in between to actually talk. Yeah, I know some other people before Jimmy had large viewers, and yeah, you see it on the chat room. It's just crazy. I'm eternally 19. I want to get to 100k subs. I'd be really happy with that. 777k subs, guys. That's all I want. Yeah. 77 77k subs would be good. I mean, I am envious of the tick. I'd quite like to have a verified YouTube account. You know, it'd just be quite nice. But I'd be happy. 77k subs is not. That's a good amount, especially if they're like active subs. I mean, I was really happy when the channel got to like 30k subs. Was nice. I kind of feel like it's the subs. I'm in a bit of the doldrums with the subs at the moment. Don't create accounts because it doesn't work. It doesn't count them. It purges them. But yeah, I mean subs, like you can have sub numbers that it's kind of pointless unless the subs are actually engaged and interested in what you're putting out, because you're putting out something you enjoy. Otherwise, you just getting subs for the sake of subs, if you know what I mean. So what really, I'm sort of dependent on a developer making a very popular and good game that I genuinely really enjoy, so that we play it a lot, and then people are subbing and they're enjoying taking part and stuff. It worked out really well with Project Cars 2. I think we gained like loads of subs from that, and then I really enjoy the racing we did with Project Cars 2, and that's kind of when we started streaming a lot. So I'm hoping that maybe the new Need for Speed Project Cars game will be quite good. I mean, Dirt Rally would have been nice, but it's just Codemasters don't put enough in the game really to sort of sustain it, and it's not the kind of game you can really live stream enjoyably with people. Ah, squeezed. Yeah, I mean, AC's just got it works at a fundamental level. Yeah, we have server gods making servers. Force feedback's nice, physics nice, multiplayer works, people making mods, new content all the time. We still just drive Nordschleife with the same 3 cars, but still, it's not too expensive. People can get into it quickly. Well, Grant Mill, I'm deeply saddened. Ah, 19 hours and 35 minutes until you. Are you buying the full kit? I don't know if. The thing is, with Valve Index, I'm probably not going to be using it with driving sims. I'll probably be using it for room scale stuff. And the only like room that has space where I live will be like my bedroom. So I'm probably gonna have to get like a bloody PC just for VR. We can try and we'll get overclockers to send me a PC. Sponsored by overclockers. Yeah, I'm keeping hold of my Vive anyway. It's just I just see it as like a business thing. It's fine. It's like a historical memento of VR past. And I'll have my Vive in 40 years' time. I'll donate it to the British Science Museum. This was when VR began. Here we have a DK1, a DK2, Oculus Rift and a Vive. These were the first headsets that people played VR with before we all uploaded ourselves into the computer mainframe, which now has a virus. Black Mirror episode. I don't think they're going more arcade turgor. I think it's just that they're presenting it slightly different, and they're probably not putting an emphasis on the simulation part of it. I think they're going to put stuff in it that's more fun. And that's just the impression I get. I mean, maybe they will, but I mean, I don't see why they would deviate too much from Project Cars 2, other than maybe making it more accommodating for a gamepad or something. Can you order a quest now? I need to put my order in. Ah, I didn't know that it had that it had gone up yet. Did you order it off Amazon? Is it the quest is coming out on the 21st though? That's another bloody £500. Yeah, I'm really excited for the quest. Hello, single racer. Yeah, we should be finishing soon because it's like 10:30. I probably should have finished about half an hour ago, but we're having fun, so. This is how we end up ruining our sleep even more. Oh, come on. Is that me making the yellow flag? Nice one, Maniac. I'm really hoping 11 table tennis is out for the quest. Oh, come on. 4 minutes left. Well, where are you qualifying, Zero Bandwidth? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Come on. We're going to catch up with SH Assetto Drifter. Oh, Court Marshall's bamboozled himself. Oh, guys, we could get a podium here. That'd be awesome. That'd be a great way to finish a stream. Podiumised. Put a podium on your face. Oh, God. I'm not hooking it up through there. Project Cars 2 Force Feedback's not too bad on the direct drive wheel or CSL Elite. It's a bit of a pain to set up on some of the wheels, and a lot of the cars in Project Cars 2 are really wish-washy with the handling relative to some of the other simulators. It depends on the car setups as well.
Throttle!
Good evening, Mr.
Hello.
Muscle.
Thank you, M82. Good evening to you. Good afternoon. Yeah, I much prefer the handling in AC and race room to Project Cars 2, but the Caterham 7, the Radical's a bit too twitchy in Project Cars 2, but it's the only, apart from R-Factor 2, it's one of the only things that has a bloody Radical in it. What are the cars? The GT cars are fun, but there's just most of the cars in Project Cars 2 seem to have one aspect of the handling that's like very outside of the other aspects of the handling. So like the rear might be very aggressively losing it on the braking, or the steering might be overly aggressive at just being overly twitchy, or the cars are just overly rotating on specific corners. So it's like they're great in certain scenarios, but then there's just one thing that's really annoying. The slower cars are a lot better though. I mean, the Clio Cup's really fun. The back's too drifty, apparently, according to reality, from what I've been told from real drivers, but still fun. I guess the tyres can be a bit more bitey. Again, it's a bit mushy, a bit wish-washy. Yeah, it looks great though. It looks great, runs well, has the ability to just set up simple servers as a peer-to-peer server, and the netcode actually runs pretty well in peer-to-peer mode. You know. Yeah, the Le Mans stuff's quite nice, yeah. I think with Project Cars 2, with the engine they got, with it, like a little bit of tweaks to the physics and some more tweaks to the individual car implementation, you know, it could have been something that would be like really stand out. I kind of feel with Project Cars 2, it's like they should have just every year just do a new game, maybe as a service or something. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't get the sales. It's hard to sell on console if you do that as well. Oh no! Bloody random call sign. Did he have piri piri chicken before he started? Because if he did, that's obviously cheating. I'm gonna have to beat his time. Where's he placed? I'm gonna have to tomorrow. We're gonna have to go back in and try and regrow our EP because Jimmy's destroyed it. Random call sign's destroyed it. Oh, he's a second quick. Is he on now? Should we do? I need to go to bed, otherwise my sleep will be bollocksed. After this race, we're going to have a go, though. For Christ's sake. I hate sim racing. Terja, on a direct, I don't know, what wheel have you got? I think Race Room feels really nice on like a T300, G29, CSL Elite, but on a direct drive wheel, I find AC and R Factor 2 really stand out with just the depth of force feedback. Right, 5th place. I'm pretty happy with that result. I'm gonna have a go on Race Room. No, we got to have a go. That's it. Let's have a look at the results here. Josh, well done. Broder, well done. Broder's back in. Dom GTR, nice one. SH Assetto Drifter. Well done, guys. I mean, we beat Court Marshall. Bent over, Stefan. Well done, guys. Bloody arse that I couldn't get 3rd there. Court Marshall had a mistake. He was going to beat us. Jimmy Broadbent. Has he got the best force feedback? Close his window. Can you just imagine Jimmy opening the window? Oh, Jimmy coming through. Jimmy opens the door. Oh, I'm racing. Oh, it just disappears off. The Broadbent. So let's get a ban on Jimmy here. I hate these verified account YouTubers. They're just dicks. You know how I was saying about dickheads earlier, guys, and how some people are fine. It doesn't matter religion, where they live, whatever. Some people are fine, and some people are dickheads. Well, Jimmy, on the dickhead scale, there's the dickhead line that we established earlier in the middle of the wheel. That's the dickhead line. Here's like ISIS here. There's Jimmy Broadbent over here. Just saying, in case there was any doubt. Right, let's punish ourselves some more. We'll punish ourselves one more time, and then we'll. I might fiddle with the forcing back a touch as well. Then we'll call it a night. I think I'll just have like 2 goes. Jimmy Breadbent. Jimmy's cheating with his hair, though. I mean, I'm saying, you guys, there's a connection. Laughs in 6. What is that? Your time? 6:01. Oh, most Autodrome. Who is this? Is this Chopard? I don't know this guy. I guess he's done the real world lap. Okay. Nice one, Moritz. I should be reviewing the DD1 at not too distant future, and then Sean Cole's got a DD2, so watch his stuff on it. And he bought it himself, so he's the only person I know that's got that's a YouTube channel that's got one at the moment. Dumbass. Oh yes, I saw the promo video, and in my mind I instantly read it as dumbass. And I was like, oh, it gave me a chuckle. I'm easily amused, but I guess it's pronounced dumbass. But oh dear, I have like the mentality of a 3-year-old. Can't help myself. He's probably a really nice guy. I used the extra to pick up the TW open wheel rims. Okay. I don't think Sean hates... I went high pitch there. I don't think Sean hates Fanatec, to be honest. Sean just gets... I think he just gets like frustrated at times. Like when his Silverstone rant. I like Sean. He cracks me up. At a fundamental level, Sean comes across... From when I've chatted to him, he comes across as a really nice guy. I think he just gets like frustrated with certain things, and then he's sort of in the moment type person. But I like him. Sean's my little boyfriend. I would totally, honestly, if I was that persuasion, well, Random Call Sign would be the hot stuff, and Sean would be he would be like my sugar daddy. So I'd have Sean Cole as my sugar daddy, and Random Call Sign would be my babe. You know. Unfortunately, I don't go that way. But if I did, they would. I mean, well, let's be honest. You'd have to be gay to like Random Call Sign, so that stays the same. But you know, let's get this car set up here. Who doesn't love Sean Cole? It would be Sean Cole and Robert Kubica, because Robert Kubica is just, I mean, a man in an F1 car. Load myself here. Right, we've got to do this. Oh, force feedback. I was gonna change the. Oh dear. I was gonna change. It's not a slip effect. It's like the lateral force. The thing is, the way you have to like. These are all affected. Like it adjusts like a curve. They don't. It's not like one affects one thing. So you kind of have to get the right thing sorted out here. Oh dear. I don't want to fiddle around with it too much because last time I did it took ages to get something quite good that I was happy with. I mean, the understeer should be the main one. Let's try that. Probably broken it now. Let's put it on like 65. How old are you, Jimmy? Aren't you like 20? Aren't you like 26, 27? Oh. Steering rotation. Oh no. I just got used to AC force feedback. Let's turn this. Oh, I know why. Don't have the got the wrong game selected on my SimuCube. Race room. There it is. Okay. Ah, that's better. Oh, it's oddly quiet. Okay, that's not the line. I've got to get back into race room physics here. It is really weird how the physics and force feedback is so different from game to game. I mean, literally, it just feels so different compared to AC. It could be, you know, I mean, obviously it's different cars and stuff, but just at the fundamental sort of force feedback and physics. How old did Jimmy say he was? 6. He must be older than like 20 because he's had to grow his hair for at least 40 years. That makes sense. what was I saying earlier about people making hair jokes constantly and them not being funny? I need to sleep on this. My brain's not working. 14. Oh yeah, I thought so. Is that because your girlfriend's 12? 14, honestly. Is that what you told her? Maybe that goes down. Maybe that's all right in Spain. Jimmy's disguised as a school. The truth, guys. Oh dear. Geiger counter's going here. Jeez. Jimmy, you like Brass Eye, surely. You know what Brass Eye is, and you've watched it, and you found it hilarious. Because if you didn't, I'm sorry, but what's wrong with you? You have to have a good sense of humour. Well, I balls that up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sleep on this. My brain's knackered. I mean, it's knackered at the best of times. Are you serious, Jimmy? Oh my God! How? He is young. He is 14. Bloody! How have you never watched Brass Eye? My God, Jimmy. Oh, I've just driven into Armco. That's your fault, Jimmy. Google Brass. Oh my God! You literally, you're in for a treat. It's like the funniest thing ever. I can't drive because I can't believe how young Jimmy is. I thought Jimmy was 12. He's actually 3. Watch Brass Eye Paedophile Special. I mean, it's not funny, Jimmy. Don't expect it to be funny because that it ruins all comedy. If someone says, "Oh, it's really funny," you watch it, you're like, "Oh, it's not funny." You know who Chris Morris is? That's from the same thing, yeah. they send a paedophile into space, and unfortunately, they accidentally sent him into space with a child. So stupid, so stupid. Oh my God, it's like the dumbest thing ever. Pedo ghetto. Oh man, yeah, but all of them are hilarious. It's just pure genius. That's the ultimate test. Forget the DD Nordschleifer lap time test. If you can find a woman that appreciates Brass Eye, then you got to marry her immediately. I've yet to meet one. Yeah, it should be funny to anyone. Is this funny to non-Brits? As if you have to be British. Sorry, you're not. You don't have a UK passport. It's not funny. It should be funny to anyone. Ah, random call signs putting the pressure on. I can't lose my E-peen. You can't have someone that's both good looking and faster. That's ridiculous. I'm going to be up till like... I'll stop the stream and I'll be on this till 4 in the morning. And then I'll load up the stream tomorrow and be like, oh look. It's instant good lap time. How? How does he do it? Natural talent. It's what hot lapping turns into. Although, in fairness to random call sign, he I think he got a lap time that was better than ours instantaneously. So, you know, but he's obviously cheated, so it's fine. It's such a good track, guys. I love with with this circuit how the curbing sort of, you're sort of following the track and the edges of it are so uneven and the curbing's kind of coming at you. I don't do drugs. Apart from ibuprofen for my back and paracetamol. But yeah, I don't do drugs. I don't like I don't like the idea of promoting like the whole drinking thing. I don't mind people drinking. I don't mind drinking myself, but I don't drink at the moment. But I'm not against it or anything. I just don't like promoting it. Same with gambling. And I quite enjoy some aspects of gambling, but I just wouldn't promote it. Wow. I've got to do one more. Clearly. Let's be real here, guys. Ah, why do I keep pushing the brake on that corner? I keep thinking it's the one... Ah, I'm an idiot. I'm not against cannabis. I just wouldn't. Just wouldn't promote it. I'm actually really pro medical marijuana, and it should be legalized. I think, even for recreational use, I think it should be legal for the most part. But I just, I know how hard it is for people that have gambling addictions or drug addictions to stay away from it, avoid it, and not like be, so it's best to not sort of indulge it, I guess. Oh, I'm an idiot. Don't need to brake there. Ah, Jesus Christ. Kind of got away with that. No, we didn't. Yeah, I'm making stupid things here. No, I really like playing poker. Texas No Limit Texas Hold'em. I really enjoy it. New line. Totally legal line, guys. Tyres dirty. Use the Armco. Need more cameras. You can never have enough cameras. Life is but a webcam. Force feedback is super smooth from this game. More wall, please. Well, if you want to see me play poker, I do have some videos on my channel from back in the day. I think it's called Extreme Micro Stakes Poker or something. I think they're pretty funny. I was proud of those videos. I used to put like, I'd have like 6 tables, 7 tables on the screen. But I mean, with poker, you're kind of not doing stuff until there's a hand that you want to play. So to someone that doesn't play poker, it's like, oh my god, you're playing 10 tables. It's super impressive. But really, it's not like driving sims where if you're trying to drive properly, you're being very precise all the time, 100% focused. Until you got 10 tables on and then 4 of them end up getting a play and you're like, oh, bugger. Which sometimes happens. What wheel are you using, Azar? Kind of down to how you set it up as well. There's options to make it less smooth if you... They should teach this track to primary school kids. It'd make them better people. Today's lesson is a sub 7 minute lap of the Nordschleife. But miss, I don't want to drive it anymore. I don't even like driving games. Shut up and study. Probably learn more German by learning the track corner names than you would in actual German lesson. I did German for a year and I didn't learn any German. Jesus! Okay, that's the limit for that. That's it. You do have to be careful on that corner. I tried to push it. Right. Yeah, it's not happening tonight. So it's bloody... It's like nearly 11 o'clock as well, so... I'm going to get some sleep, guys. But it's awesome to get running on this. I highly recommend downloading it. It's free to try. Yeah, I can only learn languages if I'm staying in that country, because it's just how you learn languages. It's how you learn at a young age. You don't learn by going through a book going, "Rah." You learn by just talking, people talking around you and you talking to them. Right. Yeah, I'll be up until 6 in the morning. Thanks, guys, for being awesome this evening in chat and everything, and making the stream fun. Thanks, Izzy, for the servers. Thanks for all the donations. That sounded like sarcastic there. Thanks for the donations. But yeah, really appreciate it, guys. I will see you soon. Well, I won't see you. I mean, I'll see your text. I won't see your dirty faces. But yeah, I'll see your chat messages soon. So yeah. Night night, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's the Queen wave. Goodbye. I don't know why it looks stupid. When you wave at a camera in videos, it looks stupid. But like, part of you is like, oh, you got to wave goodbye. It's that you don't do it. You don't wave goodbye to someone that's like in a room with you. Goodbye. You just look like a retard. So I gotta remember not to do that. Night night, guys. Goodbye. No waving. Cut my arms off. Off we go. Off we go. Off we go. Kapow. Credits. They're not rolling. Right, off to do some more laps. 1,000 laps. You guys will see me in the morning with like bloodshot eyes. I haven't slept. I've been trying to beat the lap time. Right, goodbye everyone.